No, yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll always be a whiskey person.
Yeah, same.
That'll always be my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But especially like after how hot it's been recently.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Here in New Mexico, I'm just like, you know what? A nice cold Miller Lite.
Dude.
And for some reason, it paired really good last night with some weed.
Dude,
So,
go off. I love that.
yeah.
Did we start it?
Yeah.
We started?
Yeah, we'll start.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
How are you, bud?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Oh yeah. So High Desert's a great sponsor.
Yeah.
And because I hit them up and I was like, look, or I told the person that I work with there, I was like, hey, like, starting to do a stand-up show every month now, and because what had happened is me and AJ. Have you met AJ?
Yeah, met AJ.
AJ De Leon.
Yeah, is he is the guy you did the roast battles with, right?
Yeah.
I know.
So me and him are doing a comedy show every month now at Safe House, and the last one went really well, but we had tech issues. Because, and on paper, it makes sense, but I just didn't think about it. I thought we could make it work. Basically, what happened is I grabbed all my audio tech, and we went down because Safe House is a dope sound system. It's like a surround sound across the venue system, and it bleeds, and they have speakers outside. So anybody who's sitting outside could hear the show too.
Nice.
And we set it up, and we worked on that thing for 2 hours, dude.
No way.
2.5 hours trying to get it right because it just wasn't playing. And then finally we get it. It's all playing, and we've got these two mics, that one and a smaller one that's basically the same model.
Right.
And then we had two wireless handheld mics on backup.
Okay.
And we were like, okay, we should be fine. We'll be good to go. This is at 5 p.m. that day.
Mm-hmm.
We come back at 7:38. We do a mic check. It works. The minute that we start the show, these mics go down.
Oh, you're shitting me.
And the only mic that's working is, thankfully, is the performer's mic. It's
Right.
a standard handheld Shure mic.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, what's going on? So we had to scramble. We killed all these. He hooked up his wireless, and we got that going. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And so we talked about him a little earlier, but Buck D,
yeah,
he was one of. Have you seen him live?
I have not. No,
Dude.
The only show I've been to was your most that one at
Dry Heat.
At Dry Heat. That one, dude. Oh my god, was so fucking funny. All the comics that were on that one, except for there was one that was okay, rough night,
Yeah,
but that's okay. But dude, yeah, when the homies went, bro, it was so fucking funny, dude. Who's the last dude that went up? Who's the black dude that went up? He was.
Oh, Steph Darnell.
Oh my fucking god.
He's a monster.
He was picking on Toby, bro. Yeah. Oh my god, I was fucking in tears, bro. I couldn't breathe.
So Steph, he's a gangster. That dude's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't say this as a fact, but
Okay.
I'm 99% sure that whole that whole Captain America bit that he did on Toby,
That was on the fly.
that was off the cuff.
Oh, it had to be.
That was
you
all
could,
off
but
the
you could
cuff.
tell. You could tell it was just on the fly.
So me and Jake Otero, another comic that works at Dry Heat, really good guy too.
Yeah.
Funny motherfucker. We went up to after, we were like, dude, you need to keep that Captain America bit.
Dude, so
that
good.
was fucking hilarious.
It killed, bro. It's like, yeah, they don't make white boys like you no more. I was like, oh my fucking god, bro.
The first Captain America was, I don't want to ruin it, but we're talking about a black Captain. Oh, dude, it's so good.
so
It's
funny.
fucked up because where he takes it, there's a lot of truth to it.
Yeah.
If you just read a history book about
Sure.
how black people were treated back then. But anyway, so Buck D's another great comic.
Yeah.
And he runs a phenomenal podcast, and his producer, Larry, is
I like that name.
Tech guy out the ass, right?
Yeah.
And he so Buck comes to me after the show and he's like, hey man, I think I know why. And he mentioned Larry at some point in the story. He was telling me about why it went wrong. But basically what had happened is, these mics are really only meant for recording. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, because there's so much power coming out of these mics. Because all of this back here is, I don't know how to really describe it, but it's basically just engineering to where you get a clear, crisp sound where you don't have to go into it and post and fuck with it and work with it. It's already good to go if you have the settings.
It's like a plug and play kind of
Exactly. And then you had to have so under the desk there's the Cloud Lifter preamps in there to it basically there's so much power coming out of this.
Yeah.
This basically diffuses the power
Yeah.
and then puts it into this.
Interesting.
Right, and that was what puts it out and records it.
Yeah.
Because what we were doing is, so we had all this power going into that audio interface, and then through one aux cable, it was going into the sound system.
Oh.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by the amazing people over at Chop Chili Company. Guys, they are the original sponsor of this podcast, and I could not be happier to continue to be working with these guys. I get it. It's New Mexico. Everyone loves red, green, both. But this genuinely is my favorite brand of chili here in the state of New Mexico, and I love being able to partner up with these guys. They are absolutely phenomenal. Zane and the rest of the team at Chop Chili do an amazing job running that company, and they make an absolutely phenomenal product. And right now, they are running a very special promotional on their Instagram. Go check them out on Instagram. Go give them a follow. And as they post pictures with the hashtag Where's My Chili Challenge, if you can guess where in New Mexico that picture was taken, you can win not only free red or green chili, but also a free custom t-shirt directly from the company themselves. Again, go check them out on Instagram, give them a follow, check out their hashtag Where's My Chili Challenge. Win yourself some free chili, win yourself some free shirts. They are also available in Smith's, Albertsons, Sprouts, and a ton of other grocery stores in the state of New Mexico, as well as El Paso, and they are expanding out to West Texas. Again, thank you so much to Zane and the rest of his amazing team over at Chop Chili. Back to the episode.
So there was just too much going through.
So much power getting basically put into a needle tip.
Yeah.
And it was like...
They just shorted that shit out, or what?
Yeah, can't do it.
Did it blow the system, or did it just...
No,
it just wouldn't work?
No, the system just didn't...
Okay.
It didn't work.
Okay.
So... What ended up happening afterwards is, so I went to High Desert and I was like, hey, like we're doing this comedy show and it's going pretty well. We had a good turnout the first time, but...
Are you packing that with 223?
Yeah.
You're such a fucking man. Sorry to interrupt, but that was fascinating. This dude just packed a bowl with 223. That's insane.
There you go.
God bless.
Oh, you're welcome. But we... So I was like, look, we need real mics that are actually worth using, or that are going to be used for the show. And I like, I don't know what this says about me, but I like having, like, not only just brand name stuff, but I like having high quality shit.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, I like being able to not only just, like, say that I have high quality shit, but, like, if I buy this the one time, it's not going to break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not going to break. It's not going to fuck up. And I learned that doing the podcast in the beginning, because I spent like $100, $150 on shit equipment. And I was like, fuck, well, that's money down the drain anyway.
Yeah, it's like the buy once, cry once. Is that what they say?
Exactly.
Is that what the kids say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So, yeah, shout out to them, dude. I went and did a little product shoot for them yesterday. They threw me some extra cash.
Awesome.
And so I got 2 new mics, and now I got more money to help pay for the comics, because me and AJ just paid last time we dumped it out of pocket.
Yeah.
And comics don't get paid a lot of money, but even like at mass, because we had like 7 comics to pay, it was a lot of money.
Let me tell you what's impressive about you, and what that story just told me about who you are as just a person, was you reach out to your sponsor, who's a great sponsor.
Yeah,
you say, hey, like, thanks for the opportunity, but I need more. And they paid up, which is super incredible. But you didn't invest it like on the podcast, or just like take it and put it in your pocket or something. You turned that money and gave it to the community, like, of comics. You're like, you know what, this money's going to go to just better the entire, industry here in Albuquerque for comedy in New Mexico.
Well, I appreciate that.
That's fucking crazy, man. I don't know a lot of people that could do that.
I'm trying, dude. Well, not a lot of people have, like, and again, I sound like a fucking asshole.
No.
But not a lot of people have the opportunity to.
That's, yeah, respect.
You know what I mean?
Respect.
Like, oh, that's good shit.
Dude, how's it feel to be smoking weed?
Oh, it feels fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good shit. If you want to hit the rest of that, that's pretty good.
Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, no, it's because not a lot of people have the opportunity to, and especially over the last, like, really this year, I've been starting to see like a lot of return on, like, exposure, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot more people are coming up to me about it. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by the amazing people over at High Desert Relief, a premier herbal destination right here in the state of New Mexico. They have extremely well-trained and knowledgeable staff that are more than happy to help you find what you're looking for or try something that you maybe have never thought of before. They have 2 locations right here in Albuquerque and a 3rd in Santa Fe. All 3 will be listed in the description of this episode below. All 3 locations offering legendary products at absolutely legendary prices, including this awesome merch that they were so kind enough to give me. They can be found at all 3 of the locations. Again, big thank you to all the people over at HDR. Back to the episode. Give me a little bit of flowers about it. So I was like, okay. Good. And towards like April-ish, I was really considering like, okay, I want to do like, I'm doing stand-up, but I want to do more with it. Because I'm just really, not that it's not nothing, but I'm just writing my fucking ass off and going to a bunch of open mics. Yeah. But it's like, well.
No, you've been grinding.
But I want to contribute more. And a part of me wanted to do it's a host another open mic. You've been to Founders, right?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Dude, I don't get out, bro.
So Founders is the speakeasy under El Rey.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've heard of it.
It's cool. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think you would fit in Founders
because you're small.
Because so you've been in El Rey, right?
Yeah. Is it the liquor store? Is it like in the back of the liquor store or something?
Remember, so if you look all the way down when you first walk into El Rey, you know there's like that freezer. It looks like a freezer door. Yes. So that's the door that goes to the speakeasy.
No shit. Okay.
And I'm fairly certain that door is skinnier than that door.
That's a fucking problem. That's a problem. Dude, yeah, honestly, in my size, bro, you get used to just kind of walking sideways and things. Like, yeah, I mean, when I was really big, I'm back on my cut now, thank God. But, like, when I was 21, when I was weighing my max at 326, dude, I had to, like, when I was in college, the shower that was at my girlfriend at the time's house was so small. I would have to shower half of my body, step completely out of the shower, turn around, and step like halfway back in the shower, and just shower the other half. I was a wide dude.
That is the most gym bro.
It's fucking stupid.
Phenomenal. Well, did you ever watch? He was really big, like when we were in middle school and high school. Did you ever watch Bro Science? Dom Mazzetti?
No.
You ever watch his? Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh,
Dom Mazzetti. He's one of the original like. It wasn't even Instagram. It was YouTube, like gym influencer, but it was all comedy.
Yeah, I think so.
And
you've sent me some videos on him. I think
I'll show you a picture of him, and he he has this line where it was like the evolution of the lifting man, and he's talking about why you should do steroids, and he's like, why exactly? I can still fit through doorways.
Oh my god,
dude! This guy.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Him. Yeah, I do know.
He came up with Bradley Martin and all him.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, no, so I was doing an open mic down at Founders. They used to hold one there. Mm-hmm. And they have like a little spot in the back where you put a mic and a monitor and shit. But I was like, well, I can't commit 3 hours. I can't commit 3 hours once a week to do that.
Right.
When I'm already like doing this, I have a full-time job. I'm trying to be in the gym. I'm trying to have a personal life. Like it's a lot, but a monthly show is a workable thing.
Yeah, of course.
And fucking Safe House, dude. They're a little distillery on Central, and they gave us the whole place Saturday nights.
No shit.
Yeah.
Every Saturday?
No. One Saturday. So we're gonna try to keep doing it the 3rd Saturday of every month.
Oh, okay.
So this pod will come out well after it, but it's on the 20th.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be hopeful. I mean, it went super well.
It was the best show. If you weren't there, you missed out.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, but the first one went really great.
That's awesome.
Because I don't know, man. I'm not saying anything new here, but there is an issue with complacency.
Okay.
When it comes to some stand-up here in town, and I'm noticing that.
Elaborate.
It's just like people, like I understand giving people opportunities and giving people stage time so they can grow and shit.
Sure.
But like, there's just some people that I see on flyers where I'm like, and this is coming from somebody who's a year in.
Of course.
But I'm just like, yo, why?
Like, why are you on the bill kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a free show I can understand, but like a paid one, you know what I mean? And the show that I run is free admission. But
is it because like one, they're not good, or two, they just haven't been on the scene long enough, or
No, it's not good.
It's just not good.
It's just not good.
Okay, so do people just feel bad?
Yeah,
just, like, give them
I
a
don't
shot?
know. No, I genuinely don't know.
Okay.
But for me, even though my show is gonna be free, and it'll be free for a while, at least for the next year that we keep doing it, I want to just have banger comics.
Yeah.
I don't want.
You want the heavy hitters.
I don't want to book anybody who's mediocre. I want I know they're gonna do a good job, and even if I don't think they're phenomenal, I want to give people that are coming up that are working their fucking ass off a try.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was given by Zach Abeda at the first Dry Heat show back in March. He was like, because he's favorite something. He's like, I don't know if you're good, but I know you've been working hard, so let's see what happens. Like that type of shit. And especially because the show that I run is a little bit harder than a normal stand-up show because it's a heckle show.
That sounds tough. I'll tell you what, man. Comics got some fucking nuts, dude. Like, oh my God. I was thinking about it, and I had to humble myself because I'm like, when I see someone bomb or hear someone bomb or whatever it may be, I'm like, they just fucking suck. But then I look at their perspective, I'm like, you're willingly gonna go up there, try a material that you think is good, and fucking just screw up. Yeah. Like, and you're gonna continue to work on and refine that same material to make it better. You got some nuts, dude.
Yeah, and that's why I'll never shun anybody for trying stand-up comedy or being a
shouldn't.
stand-up. It's just when it gets a little bit more than that. When it becomes like you think, because I do my best to avoid this at all costs, where you think that you're better than you actually are. Like that's where it's an issue.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair.
And I don't know. There's like straight unprofessionalism that happens. I've talked about it on the podcast before. I don't want to rehash all that.
No, we're good.
But there's straight up unprofessionalism that happens that I don't enjoy.
Sure.
But man, there's some people, I forget their names, but it's like these 4 white guys. They're like, they've got to be early 20s.
Okay.
And they'll show up to Lizard Tail, and I don't understand why they don't get booked more, because they're all fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, they remind me of imagine if like Michael Cera tried comedy.
Okay. Skinny white dude.
Skinny dude,
awkward white guy.
Unassuming, but they get up and they just start talking shit. And I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see everyone that is trying it.
Yeah.
And it is coming up and doing it.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? But I guess, yeah, I don't know. It's, if you're paying money to do something, because time is, I think in a lot of cases, time is more valuable than money.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you are paying money out of your pocket to come see a show, that has to be the best show humanly possible. Mm-hmm. And I don't think there are bad crowds. I think there are mismatched crowds to comics, whether the bookers or the comedians themselves could have seen that or not.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to name names, but I've seen amazing comics in town
do
material or do like pre-planned crowd work that they know works, that I know works, and it just falls dead in the crowd. I'm like, what the fuck?
Why?
And it's just, it's a weird, like, it's like you're trying to put the USB upside down.
Okay,
it's like, this should fit in the port.
Yeah,
it's just for some reason it's not It's not connecting.
Okay, and is that just based off of people's styles and preference, like the crowds? Because, like, when it comes to the band stuff, like, there's been a couple instances, like, we've had a packed house and we play fucking great, and it's just not the same exact crowd reaction that we were hoping for. Like, we've gotten bigger reactions for shows that we've done dog shit at, so I don't understand that philosophy. I think it's just based off like chance, in my opinion.
No.
Well, with the music, for me personally, yeah, it's like, maybe. Okay, like, we have a big crowd. Are they gonna be excited today?
Right.
Like, and we'll get them there. It's easy, but it's you could feel an energy shift, and I don't know if it's the same for comedy. Maybe it's the same for all kind of performance. It's like, you can get out on the stage and know immediately if this crowd's gonna be fucking rowdy or into you or not. Right?
I think that's more prominent there are examples for sure, but in comedy, but I think you'll see that with comedians that have built a following and they have that type of crowd.
Okay, like constant followers, actual like big fan base kind of thing.
Yes, but like the rowdy types.
Oh, okay.
Like the yell, like so people like Andrew Schultz, Bert Kreischer,
the drinking fucking party crowds.
Like they're like party comedy,
sure.
Right? And then you'll have somebody like Matt Rife. So if you go to his shows, there's going to be a ton of chicks there.
Yeah.
Preacher Lawson is a mixture of like middle of 20 into 30-year-old women and families.
Okay.
Because he does completely clean comedy, but he's also super athletic, attractive guy.
Sure.
So
Dude,
he'll
clean
have
comedy seems so hard.
Yeah. Well, and
I don't know how.
I submitted to the comedy festival here in town,
Yeah.
and it said at the very end, it was like, what crowds can you perform in front of?
God.
And I checked because they asked for blue comedy, family style comedy, clean comedy, and then I think there was a box for I think there was one for how much long comedy you can do, like 10, 15 minutes or longer. And I just checked all the boxes.
You said, I'll do anything.
Fuck it, I'll
it
do
doesn't
anything,
matter.
man.
That's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it.
Whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, I don't know, because there are definitely venues where live entertainment shouldn't be happening.
Okay. I can see that for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are venues for that, and it's one of those things, especially for stuff for free shows or for open mics, where it's okay, I get it. Nobody paid to be here. Nobody's getting paid to be here. They're their own volition. But that's when it just comes down straight to the only purpose. It's not really serving the audience unless they like the person they're seeing. And it's really only serving the comic because, they're just trying to execute the material, get the reps in, that muscle memory type.
Yeah.
So you can just know how your shit sounds.
Okay.
That's
You got that too?
yeah, what the fuck? But yeah, I don't know, man. Because when you guys play, the crowd just immediately. I think I've only seen one show where people just weren't immediately into it.
Sure.
It's because you guys you're talented, but you're loud as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
And you have a big like Johnny and Toby.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have, and whoever your stand-in is at the show.
Yeah.
They have their amps, and that's great. But you're just in the back.
Fuck yeah. I want to be the loudest, dude. Yeah. I want to be the fucking reason you come to a slum show.
I feel like for a lot of people you are. Dude.
Well, I got my homies, I got my girlfriend, my family. My dad's at every show, dude. Yeah. Let me tell you something about my dad.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to him.
Shout out to Dan Mourning. Dan Mourning, cool. You're the fucking man. But it's hilarious, bro. You'll see in certain pictures, the band posts, you'll see just young people and things like that, everyone getting rowdy, and then you'll see the top of some white hair and then just a cell phone sticking out. What's fucking me up, and I was talking about it last night or the other day, was Dan Mourning at every show films on his Galaxy, whatever fucking model he has, the whole show. But you don't see him fucking put his arm down, shake his arm out. He's just straight up just fucking the whole time, arm just like this for an hour and a half.
See, I feel like our generation has the potential to get dad strength, but that's
Dude,
the original.
That's laying brick since he was 8 kind of strength.
Exactly.
Dude. Yeah, he tells me, he was I fucking laid brick with my dad in high school, and I went out to the oil fields. I worked 40 fucking hours a day. That's not even possible, dude. It's but he still does to this day. He's just a workaholic. It's a generational thing, I think, too.
Yeah.
With ours, you see in this generation, you see a lot of people, and when I say this, I mean it with the best intent, not want to be a leader. And what I mean by that is you have people that are fine with clocking in, doing the work, and clocking out. You don't have that obsessive personality. You still do in some aspects, but there's people that are making it a norm, which is fine if it works for you, if it focuses on your mental health and you want to spend more time with your family. The work-life balance is incredibly important for this generation, as to where you look at someone my dad's age, it's you're going to work until you fucking die, and even when you can retire, you're still going to work. But that's just how they live.
Well, I think values have shifted, because what they really mean when they say you're going to work until you die, it's you're going to take responsibility until you die. That's what that means.
I like that take a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what that actually means.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily, maybe for a lot of people, depending on what part of the country you lived in, it was definitely you have to go build houses or till fields or, be a cop or go be in the military, something that defines masculine hard work. But I think, broadly speaking, it's, you have to take responsibility for something more than yourself until you die. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because now the values have shifted to more individualistic. It's more about me. It's not really about community. And that's why people, aside from a lot of other reasons, why people that don't, I'm not saying entertainment wise, but just don't have a hobby. Watching TV is not a hobby.
Right.
Playing video games could it could be a hobby.
I think it's a hobby.
Right? It could be a hobby for sure.
What would you consider a hobby?
Yeah, I don't. That's
because if video games aren't considered a hobby,
it's something that adds value to your life, and value is very subjective.
What about like building Legos?
Like how does it make your life better?
Okay.
How does doing what you're doing make your life better? Not necessarily in a monetary standpoint, but just like, does it fulfill you?
Sure.
Does it give you a healthy release? Because we're all human. We're all monkeys, right? We all have some negative like energy or
sure.
build up, whatever it is, where it's like the potential for something bad. So whatever you can channel that before it even becomes that, just whatever that unspent energy you have before you go to bed, wherever you can spend that, that's a hobby. I think, and that's a way that it adds positive value to your life. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's people that don't have that. That's why you have like depression rates skyrocketing. Aside from all the COVID nonsense, but like,
of course,
you know, why we've had depression rates skyrocketing, suicide rates skyrocketing, because people don't really have like something to do outside of what pays the bills.
Yeah, and you can see that kind of rub off in like certain people's even like personal relationships too. Is like they don't have anything else to do but, you know, wake up, go to work, and then spend time with their partner. And so when their partner has other interests and things like that, then you see toxicity come out. You know what I mean? Like that's prevalent in quite a bit. You're giving me a face. What do you say? What do you?
No, it's just real, dude. No,
it's just facts. That's how it goes.
Real shit. You probably pissed off a lot of chicks, but it's the truth.
I'm not just calling out chicks. I'm calling out dudes too, bro. Dudes are toxic as fuck too.
Yeah.
Dog, you just buried yourself, bro. You just buried yourself.
I'm just stoned as fuck. That's some good weed. Holy shit.
Who fucking hurt you, bro?
No, nobody, dude. It's
Who
just
hurt you?
I don't get hurt. No, it's just no, that's just having something to do where you can take responsibility for something other than yourself. And then on top of that, like, I'm not saying having a family is for everybody, but like, it's a human need to at least be with somebody, have a partner. So it's like, okay, building a household, at least building that type of relationship, partnership, whatever.
Right.
I just think the lack of having something to do outside of, because you were talking about like how things have kind of shifted to people, like they call it, I think, quiet quitting or some shit like that, where it's like they do their job, but they're so fucking checked out that it's like
they're doing the bare minimum to get by.
It's not their passion.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And I think just because of how I'm not a money guy, I'm not an economics guy. I still think capitalism's the best, but I think we are suffering from a lot of symptoms of late stage capitalism. And what I do understand about that definition is just like it was supposed to work, that money was going to go around to those based on a meritocracy. But, you know, due to humans being humans, and the fact that government individuals are just humans, right? At the end of the day, they're just people. They're babies at one point. They're going to be locked up in a box one point at the end of their lives.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're all humans. And greed's a thing, and power's a thing,
Huge
and
thing.
all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so now it's like, well, all the money's at the top, and then it's kind of like peppered in the middle. Yeah. And then the gap between absolute poverty and the 1% or even like the 10% success is widening so much that people are like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it, I guess. I'm just going to do my 40 hours, pay my bills, go home.
It sounds like an attitude of just giving up hope, though.
Yeah, well, that's,
you know
I think,
mean?
and I think that's what,
and that's just not like a lack of drive. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's just a lack. It's like you've been kicked in the nuts so long. Like, where's the fucking positive coming from? If you're not seeing any kind of positive reinforcement or any positive outcomes from all the hard work that you're actually doing, then where is your incentive to continue to work this hard? You know what I mean?
Right. And for a lot of people, let's say people that pay their bills and they have a home to live in and a car drive and all that stuff, because of just America, you know, that's seen as like the bare minimum. But for a lot of places in the world, that's extravagant living, which on a grander scale of things it is, right? Whether you live in a 1-bedroom apartment or a fucking 5-bedroom house or whatever, like a really nice 5-bedroom house. Like, you know, anything in between all of that is luxury compared to a lot of places in the world. Yeah, man. Right? But because of where we live, it's seen as like the bare minimum. And people, again, just, I don't think it's just a Western thing. I think it's a human thing. We're built to never really be satisfied. Yeah. It's like you need to chase the right dragon, though. Well, yeah, you know what I mean?
We're jealous creatures.
Yeah. And because of the way the system's set up, I just think that people spend a lot of their time doing something they don't love. And irregardless if they went to college or not, and if they did go to college and they're doing something they don't love, now they're, you know, $30,000 to $100,000 worth of debt.
Yeah, man.
And they're doing something that they hate.
Yeah.
Which is to half pay off those bills and pay off that debt and keep this. And I think it just becomes a whole fucking thing.
It's an endless cycle, and there's a lot of ways you can look at it too. I mean, but like one thing that is really bad, especially about like today's age, is the comparison of comparing yourself to certain individuals that is just unattainable. Like it's kind of going similar to like the false beauty standards for women, right? Mm-hmm. It's very similar in that concept. Like if I'm a dude, okay, and I go on Instagram and I see this freaking absolute ripped freaking gets all the chicks, parties his ass off, looks like he doesn't have to work a day in his life, like influencer, and I see myself and I'm like, well, I work a 9 to 5 and I do this, I do that, but I want that. It's just unattainable. So you're kind of setting goals that are unrealistic in a lot of ways and that are over dramatized, especially like on social media and different platforms and things like that. So it becomes toxic to your own mental sanity because you're striving for a false reality. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm a very real person. I'm a realist at heart.
Yeah.
I don't live in fucking la la land. I call it what it is, you know? And so I'm like, if I do think you're a victim of your own success, I do think that you're a product of your own success. I think that hard work does pay off. I am a true believer in that. But for certain instances, and it's easy for me to say if I grew up pretty nice, I have a good family, I was taken care of. Putting yourself in other people's kind of like shoes is a difficult thing for most individuals.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, but okay, so you had advantages.
Yeah, of course.
But other people could have just as easily fucked all that up.
Yeah, of course. So there's people that have the fucking golden ticket and just piss it down the drain.
Exactly.
Bro. You know what I mean? It's depending on your mindset, how you view yourself, how you view yourself in this world, and truly who you want to end up like. Who you want to end up like? What do you want to be like? What do you want to have written on your tombstone? You know what I mean?
It's the there's this, I forget like who wrote it, but it's this poem. And it's we were given it right before we were deploying, and it's about the dash on every tombstone, where it's like,
I know what you're talking
there's
about.
3 pieces of information typically on the tombstone. It's the name, date of birth, date of death, or year of birth, year of death, and then what type of family member they were. And the best or the most important part of all that is the dash, like what you did with that.
Yeah, man.
Did you actually accomplish anything? Did you?
That's real as shit. If you think it's corny, that's real as fuck.
That's real as fuck.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Yeah, I think that a lot of people are acting like that way I'm like that at my job sometimes. Where I'm like, I'm not in the fucking mood.
Well, the thing is like your job. Are you okay? This is you don't even have to answer this. Are you passionate about what you do?
No.
Because exactly. What it tells me is that you're not passionate about what keeps the lights on. But you have to do it because you have to keep the lights on because the thing that you're passionate about isn't at that point yet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that big word is yet.
Right.
And, and that's the way that myself and, the rest of the band thinks of the band is, okay, I'm going to do this job. And to be fair, I love my job. I really do. But in every job, there's aspects that you just fucking hate about it. With music, I fucking love music. It's my passion. It's what I want to do for the rest of my life. I would love to make a living off of it, support my family, become a success off of it, and all those things. But putting in the work is incredibly taxing when you're working an incredibly difficult 9-to-5 job or full-time job, you know? But to make your dreams a reality, you have to do these kinds of things. And to be completely honest, I don't even know where I was going with this.
That's called good weed, son.
That's good stuff.
Well, because I sat down with Clark and Scotty, I think last week.
Okay.
Yeah, last week. And he put it a very simple way. He goes, yeah, there is no like picture of time management. Yeah. There is no like
interesting
of like work life balance between what you are doing and what you're doing to keep the lights on and what you do to replace that, like you just said, right? There is no healthy balance of that, because if you just work like a half hour here, an hour here, whatever during the week, and there's somebody else, not to compare yourself to somebody, but use it as a barometer, there are other people working way harder than you.
Yeah.
With way worse circumstances.
Fuck yeah.
So figure it out, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to. Like, I fucking hate writing with a passion. I like having ideas.
Yeah.
I like writing down like bullet points, but like just because of how my brain works, I have to sit down on both pen and pad, and then I have a writing program on the computer that I use too that helps me organize my thoughts. I have to sit down and write and analyze like every word of every joke, and then so that when I know, like, okay, here's like my product, let's try it out. And when it bombs on stage, or when a certain collection of words bomb or do well, I can take it back and be like, okay, this worked, this didn't. How do I dissect this and put it together to where this puzzle makes a picture?
Yo,
you know what I mean? I don't like doing half that shit. I think I fucking hate that shit. But that's
the end result, though.
Exactly. That's what makes going on stage so much fun. That's what makes killing so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like, and quite frankly, I'm so glad you guys went to the show that you did.
Why?
That's definitely the best one that I've had.
It was so good.
That's the best one.
So good.
I haven't bombed at dry heat so far, but there were some nights that are better than others.
Of course.
And that's definitely the best.
Really?
Oh my God.
Fuck yeah.
Like I've bombed shows for sure, and I eat a dick at almost every mic that I go to.
Yeah.
But that's the point.
You have a good set, dude.
Thanks, man.
Like, period. It was fucking funny. Thanks, I wouldn't laugh at you if I didn't think you were funny.
Oh, I know.
You know?
Oh, when I tell my my Netanyahu, I was rewatching the footage.
Yeah.
And when I tell my Netanyahu joke, you hear you in the back, Jesus. Sure, I'm talking about burnt kids, but whatever.
Oh my God, yeah, dude.
Or hungry kids.
Oh yeah, that shit was fucking awesome. That was such a cool set, bro. In the most recent video you posted, you're talking about the church lock-ins.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't want to ruin your bit or nothing like that, but then you can just hear woo, and that was me, dog. That was me. Okay, one. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm working on the second part of that, and it's bad. It's very good. It's very bad, and it works at a show. So I'm trying to figure out how to, like, again, sit down. It's a story. It becomes like a scenario / story. So it's sitting down and making like, okay, does this work? It's like you guys do with a song. Does all of this work together?
Yeah.
And then once you get more advanced at what you're doing, it's like, okay, how can we make like even this one for you guys a song, for me like this one bit a full thing by itself, where it's like, it has a beginning, middle, and end, and it has maybe even the end calls back to the beginning, and there's like, you can arrange all these things, but it just comes with like time and experience.
Yeah,
but you have to sit down and fucking do that.
Even with all the time and experience you have, you still have to put a great amount of thought into it too, you know? Like, for example, like just with the band, because that's what I know, we wrote I Like It. Well, Toby came, shout out Tobes, okay, first of all. Toby is, and Nevin as well too. I mean, we all have a part in it, but Toby and Nevin especially, man. They come out with crazy ideas for songs and things like that, and they make great demos. And Toby, I'm gonna say, has been involved, I think, like with 100% of like all the songs that we've written, as to where my 5%, you know, is in the mix.
Like, where do I put my stick?
I was like, what do you want me to hit? Like, yeah, exactly. And then Leroy helps me with my drum parts too, because he's got a great keen sense of rhythm, you know.
Yeah, he does.
But I Like It, our most popular song. Toby came with an idea, and we literally wrote that entire song in maybe 2 hours. 2 hours, the song was done, ready for tape.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
That's still your best song for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that song.
I enjoy Every Time and Never Look Back. Those are good songs.
Yeah,
but that's still
there's King Supreme for me too.
Tippy top.
We got some shit. We got some shit. We're going into phase 3 of the Slums right now, dude. Fucking better be ready, dude.
You happy with it?
I'm very happy with it.
Nice.
Yeah. And you know me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you like heavier shit.
I fucking love heavier shit.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be fucking just it's not that. No, but it's definitely a more rock focus. Like a more hard, heavy rock focus. And you know, we've had the opportunity to play with some incredible musicians, you know. Ezra Senna, who's filling in on bass right now for us, man, is just a fucking wizard at anything he touches. He can play drums, guitar, bass. I'm pretty sure he could play the fucking flute. I don't know.
He's a talented fucking guy.
Yeah, he is. And
I need to get back to him and doing the podcast.
Yeah, you need to get him on. He's fucking awesome. He's such a chill dude. Yeah. He's such a cool fucking guy. And then, you know, we worked with J-Bez too for one of our show, and J-Bez is just a fucking wizard on that bass, man. You know, so we're blessed to have, you know, the opportunity to find these incredible musicians to play and work with, you know, and for me, I could definitely see the band wanting to improve their overall skill with their proficiency in their instrument, because we're playing with such talented individuals and we're surrounding ourselves with those people, you know. So we're writing more creative parts and more kind of technical things, and we're really focusing on a little bit more on the theory of the song instead of just bashing the fucking drums and playing a crazy riff and then having Leroy and Nev, yelling a mic. We're working on becoming an overall musician kind of band, because Leroy explains it the best. We're just a bunch of fucking dudes that play instruments, When you could separate the musicians from the bros. And we were the bros, and now we're evolving into the musicians.
You need to be that.
Yeah,
you don't want, like, there's always gonna be like a college party aspect to your music.
Yeah, of course.
Not just 'cause
party rock, baby.
Exactly. Not just because of like how you guys write, but also just the name of the band.
Yeah.
Right. That'll always be there, and that's not a bad thing. It's just a fact of the matter.
No.
But you don't want to wash away into, they're just a bunch of guys that can play good enough to be in a bar.
Yeah, exactly. And that's our biggest fear. Club. That's our biggest fucking fear, is we're just gonna be the bar band. You know what I mean? And we have fun at those places. We pack it out. People are drinking. They're having a good time. They're jamming. They're fun.
But there's more.
There's more. And we want it. And we want it bad, dude.
There's more.
Yeah. So, shout out to all the dudes in the band, man. That I'm so proud to be a part of this group, because I see the sacrifice everyone's making. I know it's hard. It's an incredibly hard thing to do, to sacrifice your time for something that you really want, and
well, it's not tough because you want it. It's tough because the results aren't immediate.
Yeah, it's a slow burn for sure.
It is. It's like you've got a giant piece of marble, and it's like every week you're like, tick, tick. Okay, next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Next week.
Toby told me something that stuck with me like a year ago or something. He was like, if you don't put at least 5 years into something and just, how the fuck did he say it, man? It's so wise. I'm going to butcher the fuck out of it because I'm stupid like that. But he said something along the lines of the minimum of doing the small things, if you can't put in the 5 years, you're never going to make it out of that like era. You know what I mean? So you have to be complacent with a minimum of 5 years of just grinding, playing any show that you can find, writing all this music, spending all this time just trying to make it to the next level. And he said that if you can't do that for at least 5 years, then this is a fucking waste of time, essentially. You know what I mean?
I'd agree with that.
If you're going to quit before then you're never going to see the positive result at the end. If
you specifically have the aspiration of wanting it to be the thing that keeps the lights on, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of ventures, it could take up to 10 years too.
Of course, dude.
Of just like continuously work. Because it's undeniable that there's luck involved.
Of course.
And opportunities that come your way, and you can't account for if or when those are going to come, but if they do, you need to be prepared for it.
Yeah. Of course.
And I think that's an advantage you guys have, is you guys are one of the bigger bands in town. So you're able to have more opportunity. Like, you're not just playing. Obviously, this is no slight to anybody doing open mics. I do open mics every week.
Of course.
But it's like, you're not just doing free shit all the time.
But we've done free shit. We've done the open mics.
Right, because you've done that.
Yeah, exactly. We've been through that.
You're getting to the point now, or you are at the point now where you're regularly booked for paid shows.
Yeah.
And they're at actual venues where you can get reliable feedback.
Yeah, of course.
Where it's like, okay, this works for the crowd. This doesn't work for the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking Nevin.
Dude, Nevin's the fuck. Dude, he's been killing my ass.
He's been trying to do, like, bits in between songs.
Dude.
And some of them he's actually pretty funny.
Dude, yeah.
And then some of them, I'm like,
so
dude,
bad.
shut the fuck
He's the biggest fucking moron, dude. He was cracking my ass up, dude.
I love that guy.
Oh, I do too, man. He's... Nevin, and this is for you, Nev. You're one of the biggest assholes I've ever met in my entire life, but I fucking love that about you. And you're not like a cynical douche or an asshole. You just say fucking mean things, and it's so fucking funny. But like on stage, I don't know what comes in this dude's head. He doesn't... he doesn't think, bro. He doesn't think about what he's saying.
He's pink.
He's big. He's hairy. Yeah, dude, for those that weren't at that show...
Sister, right?
Yeah, it was that fucking Sister. Yeah. I want Leroy to fucking start, go back to introducing me, like when they were introducing the band, because Nev just tries shit on me. It's funny. But we were in the green room before the show, and a big thing for us is we fucking love SpongeBob quotes. And the fucking Alaskan Bullworm episode, I was quoting one, and I was like, it was big, it was hairy, and it was pink. He was like, that's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do. That's how I'm gonna introduce you tonight. So we get through the whole band. And fucking Nevin just comes out. It's like, and last but not least, he's big, he's hairy, he's pink. And I was like, you fucking stupid motherfucker, dude. My dad was pissing himself laughing, bro. It was funny.
Fucking hilarious.
It was funny, man.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's you guys are performing in venues now where you get a real proof of products. You can take that back to when you guys are songwriting or just putting things together. It's like, okay, well, not because just it's what we enjoy to, like, we would enjoy to play this and we would enjoy to write this and finish this and see this vision out. But the people that come to the shows are going to like this too.
Yeah, of course.
And you need that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And for those, you'll hear a bunch of musicians, especially like the big time ones and things like that. And maybe this is just their perspective and things on like, but they're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make shit that I fucking like. And if people don't like it, fuck you. That's a great attitude. I love that. But the thing is like, we want everyone to enjoy our stuff. Like, we're critical. We're super critical about what we put out and what we do.
I think the biggest part of that, though, is you have to love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you have to.
That's the biggest part, for sure.
Because people can tell if, like, people can tell if you don't love, if there's no confidence behind what you're doing on stage. They can tell if it's not authentic to who you guys are.
Yeah, of course.
Like, if you guys walked out and started playing, like, Taylor Swift type shit, the whole set, and really forcing yourselves to do it. In the style of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Not shitting on her music, but like, that's not you guys.
Yeah. Well, maybe I was, okay, maybe I didn't like the
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But the way I was going with that was, we love the music that we make. We love the music that we play. We want you to love it too. Like, I'm not going to fucking sit here and try to be Billy Badass and be like, I don't give a fuck about what the crowd wants or what the crowd fucking thinks about my music. I genuinely give a shit. Like, I take, like, I really give a fuck. Like, after every, like, you'll see me during shows and watch, pay attention this next time. You'll see me look at Nicole or like my dad, like someone I really fucking trust that's going to give it to me straight up, like halfway through the show, and I'll just mouth like, how is it? And they'll fucking tell me like how it is. And that tells me, okay, we need to focus up a little more, or like, okay, we're fucking killing it. You know what I mean? So, and then after every show, Nicole, shout out Nicole, you real as fuck for this. She just listens to me rant about the whole night. Not rant, but like, okay, how was this? How was this? How did we sound during this? Did you catch this part? Oh, we fucked up here, but like, and she's like, dude, no one noticed. It was fucking great. Like, and it's kind of like, I don't know if it's like a confidence thing or anything like that. I'm a super confident dude, but I just want people to like it too. Well, I don't want people to waste their hard-earned cash, waste their time, and come see a shitty show. So I want you to like it. So I'm very super critical about what people think about our music, because I want to make people happy with it. You know what I mean? I want to please the masses with kind of our sound and what we do.
Yeah.
And I think any of the other guys could tell you that too, you know. Maybe they'll be a little bit more standoffish than I am, or not as open as I am about it. But no, we wouldn't fucking put out music if everyone hated it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But honestly, there are songs people fucking hate. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, well,
good.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone has their market.
Of course.
You know, and everyone, you know, not everything's be for everybody, and it shouldn't be. A friend of everybody's a friend of nobody.
True. Damn.
You know?
Wisdom.
Like, I mean.
God, you should get that tattooed. That'd be tough.
Right across my neck.
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be hard, dude. No one would fuck with you.
They would fuck with me. I would. Think so? I would fuck with me.
You'd fuck with you?
Dude, I'm never get. Well, I'm not gonna say I'll never get a neck tattoo. I'll never get words tattooed on me. Like, I have abbreviations on me for like Bible verses and shit.
Yeah, of course.
But I would not think I'd ever get like a phrase tattooed.
I've always wanted hand tattoos.
Same.
Yeah, me too. That. My mom would fucking kill me. Yeah. Mom, I'm a rock star. Let me get hand tattoos.
I want hand tattoos as well, but I just like, I don't know. I have like individual like finger tattoos. Yeah. Maybe that I would want. But I just don't know like how it would connect to the rest of my shit. Because I don't want to look like the guy that just wears fingerless gloves. You know, that's weird.
I wanted to be that guy so bad. Like when I was younger, bro, I wanted to be the fingerless gloves guy so bad. I don't know why. I thought it was tough.
I got in trouble. I was like 12, I think, 12 or 13. Because my mom, she got me on her program for Define Fitness.
Yeah.
And they had a special going where it was like half off personal training or whatever. Mm-hmm. So my mom hired a personal trainer for like, I think they're doing it for the first 30 days. So it's like, fuck it. It's like $15 extra, $30 extra. Mm-hmm. Try it for like the month. And the lady that was going to be my trainer, she comes up to me and she's like, it's good to meet you. She's like, so how have you lifted weights? We're like, no, not really. Like, Not really.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, 'cause I'm only like 12 or 13 years old. Like, oh, no, not really. And she goes, okay, well, it might be in your best interest to buy lifting gloves.
No.
Yeah, to buy lifting gloves so you don't damage your hands. And, and I was standing there, I remember going, well, that's kind of gay.
Dude,
needless to say, I think I had like one session.
At 12 years old, for real, that's incredible.
Yeah, and then it was like I had so much trouble over that, and then I think we had like one session of like actual training after that. I was like, no, okay, she didn't want to work with me.
Oh my fucking god, dude, that's incredible. Yeah, no, don't fucking ever wear gloves in the gym. Okay,
that's an issue.
Like, period.
Yeah.
And that's a known thing. If you do, I ain't gonna fucking kick your ass for it. I ain't even gonna call you out on for it. But I'm gonna be like. Even when I see a super fucking jacked dude, like someone that's just above my
league, just makes me curious.
And they wear gloves, I'm like, what is this all about? And then I start getting curious. I'm like, should I wear gloves? I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, is that the fucking secret now?
It's like 10 years from now when all the cool guys start being gay. You know, like, oh shit, we've been doing it wrong the whole time. Like, was time with the boys really what we were supposed to be? Fuck. Shit.
Is that what's in now? That's what's in now. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, but gloves in the gym, never a good fucking thing. But like my thing was, when I played football, I had fingerless gloves. Like when I was a freshman in high school, I had the cut-off fingerless gloves.
Oh shit!
Because I thought they were cool. They were fucking terrible.
I
hurt the fuck out of my
offensive line.
No, it was defensive line.
Oh Jesus! Fuck that.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
So when I was in middle school, I went to a Lutheran school, and we had football, but it wasn't football. It was flag football.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, well, it's athletics, I guess. And the school was so tiny that everyone played sports. Sure. Just like filled the numbers for the team and shit. And I'm fucking skinny now, but I mean, God, back then, twig.
Were you a little guy? Yeah.
Twig.
Fuck yeah.
Tiny. They put me on the offensive line.
Why? Oh, they just needed bodies, huh? Yeah. They just needed bodies, bro. Oh my god, yeah, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, I was just getting.
Did you like it?
I was just getting my shit kicked in every day, and they were like, and because I was tiny and I wasn't fast, you know what I mean?
You weren't fast?
No, dude.
Dude, what were you then?
A dork.
Love it.
Yeah, I was just a dork. I
love that.
So they were like, all right, well, we can't do that. Let's try the defensive line, and I didn't go anywhere.
You didn't like defensive line either?
Well, I liked it because I was like. Well, because a part of me, like it's like they coached us, but not really.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Small school.
Nobody knew how to actually like run routes.
Yeah,
and, play real football.
Yeah. You're just it was pickup ball.
Yeah, like looking back on it, and so it just got to the point for me where I was like, because I would get in trouble for like I remember one game I played, like very vaguely. I just remember getting in trouble. I couldn't break it to the line, so I elbowed the guy, and they didn't like that. So
where?
I like held them like in the throat or some shit.
Oh, that's good accuracy though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
And they're like, yeah, you can't do that. It's like, okay, well, I'm not strong enough without that or without like being like, you know, it's just fucking flag football.
Yeah. Oh, it is flag football.
I forgot what even.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it was flag football.
Yeah.
I was like, how could you like make an elbow effective?
Yeah.
Like just like off the line.
No,
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
you have linemen in fucking flag football? What sense does that make though? Well, I don't get it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Is that one of those kinds of things, bro?
Yeah.
Or am I just being a cynical fucking
You're completely
douche?
right. It's like you had to wait. Like even if you broke through the line, you had to wait like 5 seconds after the snap to fucking. So we'd have guys like we'd be playing against guys. I remember like they would break through. And then just like stand there waiting. That's how we were on the playground. Like, when it's 5, motherfucker, you're dead.
5, yeah. It's like, yeah, just wait. You just fucking wait.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was that was a fun experience. Are you born and raised here in Albuquerque?
Yeah, born and raised, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I moved out of state for college and for work for a little bit though.
Where'd you go to college again?
I went to Adams State University up in Colorado, Alamosa.
Nice.
Go Grizzlies. You know?
Nice.
Shout out. But yeah, that was
tiny ass showers.
Dude, it was a tiny ass town, bro. I mean, like, yeah, how I ended up there's a fucking funny story though. Like, okay, so in high school, I was getting recruited to play football at all different kinds of schools. I wasn't okay. Let me put this in perspective. I was a great football player in high school. I would have been a very middle of the road college football player. You know, I wasn't D1 potential. I'm only 6 foot at the time when I was coming out of high school. I was like maybe 235, 240.
Right.
You know, I was playing D line. I was talking to the coaches and things like that. They're like, yeah, you need to get at least to 270 if you're going to want to play for us and things like that. I was like, that's fine. That's no big deal.
Yeah.
So I was getting scholarship offers, you know, nothing big or anything like that, but I wasn't interested in playing football anymore, you know, because I couldn't play football forever. I call it my very first adult decision. It was when I was 18, you know, I was just like, my body's fine. I still have my health. I don't want to sacrifice that just so I could say I played D2 football, you know, like, and so.
Okay, what year is this too?
This is 2015, 2016.
This is when they're really starting to figure out like what CTE is, how it actually affects people.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just like, I'm not going to play in the NFL. I had that realization early. Like, I knew my caliber, and I was a great high school football player. Would have not made waves in college kind of thing. You know? And that's just me being real about my own talents and who I am. I was strong, had like school records and things like that. That's cool. And that got me a lot of attention, gave me the opportunity to play football at the next level. But I was just like, I'm not going to do this the rest of my life. My grade point average is like a 1.7 in high school. Like, I need to get an education, bro. Dog. When I tell you I didn't give a shit about school, I did not give a shit about school, bro. Like, yeah, it was bad. I cared about football and girls, bro. That was high school Nick.
Yeah, God, dude, it got to the point for me in the senior year of high school where I was so bad. I didn't give a fuck about school. I just did enough to pass, but I failed math class every semester.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it got to the point in high school, senior year of high school, I was taking 2 math classes at one time. Mm-hmm. The one that I should have passed and the one that I should be on at the same time. I graduated at the right time. And I did summer school every fucking summer. So I was just dog shit at it. And I remember I needed a 47 on my final to pass geometry. Nice. Teacher sends me an email like 3 hours after I took the class or took the final exam, and he goes, "Come to my office. I have your grade."
Oh no!
And he's a super cool guy, but fucking asshole. He has it covered by a paper. He goes, "All right, do you know how much you needed to pass?" And I was like, "A 47." Pulls the paper back. It says 48.
Let's fucking
48.2. And he goes, "I'll see you at graduation."
I would have high-fived the fuck out of that dude.
And I was like, "Fuck yeah, you will."
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, school was not my jam.
Yeah, I was the similar. You know what high school taught me how to do really well? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit and know how to talk. You know, especially to like adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only fucking reason, I swear. It was the only reason I stayed eligible for football, and it's the only reason I got into college, is because I knew how to talk to people, like, really well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's not, like, manipulation. Everything I say to them is facts, but it's extended.
Well, it's a form of hypnosis.
Yeah, okay.
I never thought of it like that. No, it is, because at the extreme level, I think, is stand-up, right? This is I've heard Rogan put it a couple times this way, where it's like, when it's stand-up, it's the ultimate form of public speaking. It's the ultimate form of convincing. Not only have to convince people to pay attention to you, you have to convince them to laugh.
Right.
Right. So it's this weird type of hypnosis. That's why delivery and timing and all that is so important. We'll knock that down by like 25 rings on the ladder and put it in that a day-to-day basis, where it's like, if you're trying to convince, let's say you're in a job interview, or you're in an interview for football, and you're trying to convince these people that basically that you're marketable and that you're an investment. Because if it's, football, obviously they want to have a good team, possibly pass you on to the NFL. They want to be that school that has your legacy. They're thinking about all of their players, the good ones are anyway. They're thinking about all of their players as investments.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Whether it's 6 months down the line or 6 years down the line, how does it make us look?
Yep.
How does us whatever? Or like a job. Do we want to pay you 40, 50, 60, 80, whatever, $1,000 a year to do this job 40 hours a week? Are you worth that investment? Not necessarily do you even have the qualifications for it, but are you teachable? Can you fit the company's mold? Are you cool to work with?
Yeah.
Like, that's something I learned going through job interviews. Is a lot, and now interviewing people.
Yeah, you got to fit the company culture.
You have to fit the company culture, but it's like, would I want to work with you? Would the average person want to work with you?
Yeah.
Are you Are you capable of teamwork? Again, are you teachable?
There's a lot of factors.
That type of shit. So learning how to be personable and learning how to be charming like that and learning how to like just there's like sociable to where like nobody's creeped out with you.
Yeah.
And then there's sociable to where like people want to learn about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you
bridge? Is he mysterious or is he gay? You know, like that's that's what I tell Johnny, dude.
Oh.
I'm gonna get backlash for that one.
Stella's doing a good job keeping him straight.
Hey, yo, fucking shout out to Stella. Stella kicks ass for that one. Cool. Yeah. But, you know what I love about Stella? She keeps his ass in line, bro. Yeah. She makes sure, she don't fuck around, bro.
It's funny. But yeah, no, just being able to be that socially, that'll take you further than most degrees will.
I agree. Yeah, if you... You'll figure it out when you get there is the way I always looked at it. It was like, if you open up the door, I'm going to kick it down, and I promise you I'll figure it out. You know, and that's the only reason I swear that's the only reason I got out of high school. And it's the only reason how I got to college was because of how personable I was. Oh, football too, you know, and that's how I ended up at Adams State. You know, my dad, I love my dad, but him and I butted heads for a very long time about my college football career because my dad was like, one, it's a fucking, you're paying for me to go to school. You know, I'm blessed enough and fortunate enough to have parents that paid out of their pocket so I can go to school and not have to worry about debt. Do you know how fortunate I am for that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know? So my dad was like, fucking lessen the load on me, dog. I got 2 kids, bro. If I can get one fully fucking paid for, like, you're going to play football. And I was like, you know, Dad, no, I'm not going to play football. You know, I'm not going to be in the NFL. It's not going to be a career. I need to focus on me. And then, coming from the same fucking dude that when my grades were bad, he fucking laid out military brochures and said, fucking pick one, dumbass. And I was like, oh, I don't think I want to fucking do the military. So I think yeah, oh my God. Yeah. Because like, it was when I told him I wasn't going to play football, brought the brochures. He was like, fucking pick one because your grades are so shit you couldn't make it through college. And he was right to assume so. It's not like he didn't have like faith in me or anything. He had all the faith in the world.
No, it's called being pragmatic.
Yeah, he just knew how I operated since fucking middle school. You know, like I was not a good student at all. So it was kind of a wake up call. I was like, well, I could just go be a grunt in the Marines and get my fucking ass shot off. It's like, or I can actually give this college thing a try. And so I tried to become the best student I possibly could be. Yeah. And that actually fucking paid off. Yeah, I actually switched my focus from football and girls to school, weights, then school. Like, yeah. So I don't know. It was. I think I don't know. I'm not a fucking brain guy. Prefrontal cortex was developing at that point in time. Oh. You know.
I have 2 stone for that line of words, dude.
So, prefrontal cortex.
It's like 7 words.
Dude, yeah. No. I think that's what the freaking smart people tell me, like, needs development until you're 25 as a dude.
Yeah.
Prefrontal cortex.
Yeah.
Smart people help me out on that one, please.
25, 26 when our brain stops developing. I think women stop developing at like 23 or 24 or some shit like that.
Is that why insurance rates are like
no?
For dudes?
I mean,
what a stupid fucking topic.
I think that's because of statistics. No, that pisses me the fuck off,
Why?
dude. Like, because my insurance is finally starting to come down a little bit, but like because I'm not married, because I don't have kids, I basically can't do like a bundle plan.
Okay.
You know what I mean with anything?
You're a solo dolo, bro.
I can't like go on. I don't have anyone else to go on. Like, I'm not married to somebody or I have family that I can get on to like do a combined like health insurance, car insurance.
Yeah.
My car insurance is so fucking expensive, dude.
That sucks, dude.
And I don't have that. Like, my driving history has fallen off now.
Uh-huh.
I think in the last 6 years I've had like 1 ticket.
That's pretty good.
You know what I mean? And that was at like the beginning of that 6-year period.
Yeah.
And that's including obviously the wreck that I just got in like 2 months ago.
I was like, I think you're capping, bro.
No, well,
like, I know your ass just got in a wreck.
Well, because that one wasn't my fault.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I wasn't at fault for that one. Dumb bitch, dude. Well, no, because when I have a fucking solid green and I'm driving through, and you decide to make a left turn into the lane, and my little Honda Civic smacks into your fucking souped up GMC Hemi.
Oh, yeah. Someone's got to come out on top,
you know
bro.
how pathetic that was for my car to be? I was only going like 25, 30 miles an hour. Which
it don't matter. It'll still fucking,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know how fast that is until you suddenly come to a stop.
Dude. Well, I've only been in 1 car wreck in my life. So I have a 1994 Ford Bronco, right? And my dad and I have been fixing it up and things like this. And this is during COVID, too, when this happened. So we were fixing it up, and we finally got it to where it's road ready. It's fucking painted. You know, it's ready to go. I had it for 2 days, bro. And I had me and my boy James Romero, the MMA fighter. I've talked.
Shout out to motherfucking James.
Before I continue,
friend of the show, friend of mine.
Yeah, that
brand new pro fighter.
God dang, pro fight debut. Took the fucking W in Denver, bro. They didn't stream it. I fucking emailed the LFA about that. I was fucking pissed.
Because we're all sitting in your house.
Yeah. I was furious. Dude, it ruined my fucking evening. I
know it did.
Yeah, exactly. I was pissed. It pissed me off. I want to see my boy whoop some ass. But shout out James Romero, man. One of the hardest working dudes I've ever met. You know, nothing ever handed to him. Just a fucking monster. Love you, James. Keep doing what you're fucking doing, man. It's only the beginning from here for you, bro. But anyways, so we're on our way to the gym, and we were working out this little spot during COVID, so it was just going to be me and him. Anyways, I'm parked at a light in my...
Oh, yeah, the little garage gym.
Yeah.
You told me about that.
Yeah. Quarantine gym is what we called it, man. And so I'm parked at the red light at Coors near that Chick-fil-A, and full-on dead stop. I don't know what the fuck was going on with this, what the fuck this chick was doing, man, but... So I look in my rearview mirror, I'm just being vigilant, and then I see this little tiny, like 1990 Dodge pickup just going Mach 1 right at me. I'm like, oh, she's gonna, yeah, behind me. And the light turned green, but we're like far back in the pack, so the traffic's not flowing yet, right? Yeah. So I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm like, all right, she's going to hit me. And I look away. I'm like, maybe she won't hit me. Because like, I'm trying to like disassociate. You know what I mean? I was like, I see she's coming. I was like, she's going to hit me. No, she's not going to hit me. You know, put the hand up. Wasn't going to look. Yeah. I fucking stepped on the gas. Like, because I knew she was coming in hot. And fucking boom. Smacked right into the fucking Bronco. I don't think I've been more mad in my entire life. So what I did, after all the curse words were spouted, I threw my seatbelt off. I got out of the truck, and I can't see who hit me. I don't know if it's a dude, a chick, a fucking older person, younger person. I don't know. All I saw was red, and I'm gonna kill somebody because don't ruin my stuff. And I just got that truck back, and that truck means a lot to me, man. Yeah. It was my grandma's, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. Like, and I look at it, the rear end's all kinds of fucked up. Her truck's fucking totaled. I didn't know it was a chick. So I go there, and the airbag's deployed, right? So I made it to where it was still fucking, like, in her face. And I start fucking punching the airbag, like, as hard as I could to get it down so I can make room for my left hand to start punching whoever the fuck it was in the front seat, you know? So I could start getting more, like, just a little bit more power, a little more room for some more power. And it's just this teenage girl, and she's in tears, and she got her, like, elderly grandma. And I immediately fucking calmed down. I'm like, are you all right? And she just starts crying, bro. She's like, I'm so sorry. And I just walked away.
She thought dude, as you were trying to move the airbag away from her face, she thought it was still inflating.
Dude, yeah. And I don't get like that. I don't get fucking mean like that. Like, I saw red. Oh, I loved that feeling, though, for some reason. It was like, but I saw red, and I was just like, I'm going to cause incredible bodily damage to whoever this individual is. But then immediately just snapped out of it when I saw the young lady. Poor thing. I don't know what she was doing. I still don't feel bad about her truck. I'm glad that her and her grandma were perfectly fine. Like, okay. Yeah. Like, that was the most important part, honestly. But, oh, my God, I've never been so mad. And then I fucking called my dad, dude. My dad's such a dick. I called him.
Well, why didn't you move?
No, yeah, it's very similar. But like, I called him. I was like, I was just in a fucking car wreck. He didn't say, hey, are you okay? What's going on? He's like, dude, how's the fucking Bronco? What the fuck? Like, he's so worried about the truck. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking fine, dude. Well, like, everything's cool.
That's also a guy thing. He's like, okay, if you're calling me.
Yeah, and that's what he said.
Our brain automatically registers.
My emotional side kicked in, and I was like, yeah, Dad, I'm fine too. You know, I got a little emotional. I was emotional that time, man. I was feeling all kinds of things, bro. But yeah, no. And then he was like, dude, why the fuck didn't you drive? Why'd you fucking drive the Bronco? And I fucking yelled at him. I was like, I didn't fucking know some dumb bitch was gonna fucking hit me today, Dad. Like, I didn't plan on this. Like, you know, like, shout out to my dad. I love him. Funny. Dan Mourning, go off.
See, because as I think I've told you about how fucked up my car was. My Civic was already on its way out, and. Not that I like wanted to wreck that truck, or wreck that car.
It's a good thing that happened.
It's a blessing that
it's a blessing. Well, same thing with ours, bro. God bless insurance, bro, for that reason. Like, cause we finished it, we got the insurance money, And we fucking did a lot more shit to it because of that insurance money. So it's better than ever because of it. So it was like, we did what we wanted to do. And then when the fucking money came in, we were like, oh, now we can really do some stupid shit.
Oh, so it wasn't totaled.
No,
that's good.
That's good. I thought it was. I thought that fucking frame would have been bent.
That's what I thought was.
Yeah, I thought it was because the rear end was like, it shredded the bolts off the back bumper. Like, it was all kinds of fucked up. And I was like, she bent the fucking frame. And I was like, if that was the case, I would have gone ballistic. You know? But thankfully, you know, we took it to the shop and they're like, no frame damage. It's like, it's just your fucking bumper looked all fucked up. Like, so got a new bumper and then good. All kinds of new. Yeah, thank God.
That's good. But it was fucking pathetic. I hit her truck and then mine is completely totaled. It literally cannot drive away.
Oh, yeah.
And then she just like slowly pulls over. And she's like, what was that fly?
Dude, yeah, you're just...
And I'm there like...
You're a little fucking speed bump, dude.
I'm all fucked up, dude. Well, and then the scary part, though, I'm glad I wrecked it when I did and how I did. Because you know how, like... Have you been to So your airbag there was no airbag.
No. It's a 94, bro.
94, yeah.
So, that thing's a fucking tank,
Have you ever smelt what it's like when an airbag goes? So there's this like metallic, like coppery smell that from when it explodes. Because I've been in 2 car wrecks or 3 car wrecks total.
Does it smell like pennies?
One kinda.
Okay.
Honestly, kinda.
Okay.
And one where the airbag deployed. And it's like that metallic-y, coppery, penny smell. It's kind of smoky too.
Ooh.
And and when I had hit her truck, the airbag didn't deploy, but there was smoke. You know, like on a lot of steering wheels, you can like pull off the thing where the airbag would be.
Yeah.
So there was smoke coming out from back there.
Oh, so you think it malfunctioned?
I think that shit was...
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't worse than it was.
Same.
Have you ever been smacked by an airbag?
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, I was going to say, is it hurt that bad?
Well, for me, when that happened, it was 100% my fault.
Okay.
I went 70 miles an hour into the back of a police van.
Dude.
On the freeway.
You went 70 miles an hour into a parked car.
No, we're on the freeway.
Oh, okay.
No, we're on the freeway. I was like, damn. No, okay, no. Sorry, no.
All right, my bad.
No. So, because what happened was I was going down, I think it's I-40 that goes to the mountains.
Yeah.
Right? So I go down I-40, and it was like me, police van, semi. Okay. And I guess there was like a 3-car wreck in the front, and the semi hit the brakes and yanked his e-brake.
Oh, shit.
When he could. So he came to a screeching halt.
And then the police van followed suit.
Police van does the same thing, and then I just didn't react quick enough.
Yeah.
So I hit the brakes, but like I was still going like 75.
Jeez, dude.
So 75 down to 68, 70.
Yeah.
Right in the back, and it just boom.
Oh.
Yeah. And dude, that is why I bought another Honda. Because I went from that, I had an Accord, went from that to a Mustang. That got totaled, unfortunately. And then went back to a Civic because that thing fucking saved my life.
You got a Mustang because you're in the military, huh?
I got my Mustang before I joined.
Oh, all right.
I got it before I joined.
Oh, that's impressive.
I love that fucking thing. I always wanted one, and that thing was fun to drive. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, dude. And I only came out of I had like crazy whiplash, obviously, and neck pain and shit like that for like a week and a half. And then I used to have a scar because I drive like this. Mm-hmm. So when the airbag deployed, the Honda symbol imprinted itself on my... And I had a scar.
You had a brand, huh?
And I had a scar right here, but it got tatted over.
Okay.
Yeah, but dude, I was able to... Like, in the moment, like, it didn't hurt in the moment because, like, adrenaline.
Afterwards, you were like, fuck.
Yeah, after I was like, shit, I'm fucking sore. But... No, like I was able, like I got smacked by the thing. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't black out, but I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, you got the ears ringing a little bit.
And then I came to, and then I was able to like look behind me, and dude, literally all of traffic came to a stop.
Yeah.
Like,
that was a good one then.
Yeah, because they're like, oh shit, that dude's gonna get shot by a cop.
Oh fuck, dude.
Well, thankfully it wasn't like an actual police officer. It was
a CSI crime unit thing,
dude.
right?
It was a retired cop that was a police instructor.
Oh,
and he was just driving an APD van.
Okay.
Yeah. So thankfully it wasn't.
I don't think you hitting a cop it's justifiable to shoot you though.
I
don't think so. I don't think that's justifiable.
Right, but you never know with some cops, dude.
That's true, bro.
But anyway. So yeah, I was able to like. I look behind me, see what happened, and like I remember like because obviously the car was fucked up beyond belief. Mm-hmm. I had to like force the gear into reverse, threw it into drive.
Oh yeah.
To like get to the other side of the road. Oh yeah, dude, it was fucked.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Oh, it was terrible.
I'm blessed to like I don't have my sister's luck with cars. My sister, at one point in time, honestly, still prevalent today. She's a shit driver. But like I don't know what it was growing up, bro, when we were teenagers, but she could not fucking drive at all, bro. Oh my god, she could not fucking drive. It was terrifying. I remember like. Yeah, I'm roasting Mia on this one right now. But anyway, I remember when she was learning to drive, my dad had this big ass fucking like what the hell was it? It was a Denali. Like a fucking it's like the GMC version of the Escalade, then he got his Escalade. But she was learning how to drive on that big ass fucking Denali. And I remember just begging and pleading with my dad, like, please don't let Mia drive today, because they would always get in fights because of how scary she was, bro. She scared the shit out of all of us constantly, bro. Like, I don't know, man. She's hit more like, dude, I had a Chevy Malibu in high school, bro. She fucked up one of my rims by backing out of a parking space. You know, like when you park in the spaces, like with the curb next to it, and then you have the car. She just like cranked the wheel all the way to the left, and fucking the rim just scraped all the way on that curb, dude. Fucked up my rim. Oh, Mia. Oh, when will you learn? When will you learn, Mia?
Because the old podcast studio, the one downtown where I live with my ex, I was pulling out of the gate in the back. Or no, I was pulling in, and I cut it way too short. And on the right side of the car, I hear, and I was like, well, the only way to get out of this is to back up. So I started backing up.
No, dude, no, that was such a bad idea.
It was so bad.
Dude, what the fuck?
But thankfully, it just did like cosmetic damage. Like those doors still open.
But that shit still bugs me though. Cosmetic damage bugs me. I like my shit looking pretty, bro.
Same. So I'm that new. Have you seen my new truck before?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I like your new truck.
Yeah. So I'm very, very careful with that thing.
Yeah. Good.
Like I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
No. You know, this is gonna be the first vehicle that I truly take care of. I'm not a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
And just.
Dog, have I shown you that video of that dude backing up into Toby's truck?
What?
Dog. I'm pulling it up right now.
Did it just happen?
No. This was like earlier this year, bro. So
he got it fixed then. Okay.
It wasn't even bad. It was like it was like a little.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it was a little kiss, but I don't fucking play with that. Well, so I'll tell you the whole story, and this is why I was so fucking mad, and I'll show you the video that I took if I could find it. I could find it, but anyway, we just played a show at Launchpad. It's late at night. I don't fuck around downtown. You know, when I like after shows, I'm not that guy. I don't like to spend time there.
No.
But anyway, so me and Nicole, I just finished loading up my shit. I found it. I'll play it here in a second, and I'll put it in the mic so people can hear it. But anyway, so I'm putting in my shit. And you know that parking lot behind El Rey and Launchpad and all that shit? That's where we park and we unload. Parking lot's full. So we're getting in the truck. We just finished. I was about to turn my truck on. And then I hear a fucking trunk just wailing on the horn, just like at 7th and Gold and Gold and 7th Street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? There's this like, it's a red light, mind you. It's a red light. There's this young lady in the car just waiting at the red light, and this fucking dude in this truck's just wailing on his horn at her. Oh my god! So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So she turns into the parking lot to like where we were parked and things like that, and he fucking follows her. And I don't play with that shit. Don't fuck with women.
That's
like, you know
crazy.
what I mean? And so this dude, I'm like, this guy's gonna die. So I'm outside the fucking truck. I'm just waiting. He's just fucking wailing on the horn. I'm just seeing if he gets out, because if he would have gotten out, I would have ran over. And I'm like, oh, he's got to be fucked up, because she just parked. She's minding her business. She's doing everything fine. Everything's cool. But he was pissed drunk. Pissed fucking drunk and pissed off. And then so the parking lot is very narrow on both sides when, you know, it's a full lot. So he's making like a 13-point turn trying to get the fuck out of there, because he was just being Mr. Macho fucking typical Albuquerque tough guy. All bark, no fucking bite, you pussy. To this poor young girl that's just trying to go out and hang out with her friends. So Toby's parked at the back of the lot, and that's right where it's all happening. And so I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna fucking hit Toby's, like, just my luck, he's gonna hit Toby's fucking truck. Sure shit, backs right up into it. And I fucking get out, and I took this fucking video just to show to the cops. So I took this video, and then I was furious, and there was a cop down the road, and I fucking ran up, just my big ass. I ran as fast as I could. Not very fast. I can't run that fast. But I ran. I was like, hey. I was like, there's like a 2004 silver Ford pickup truck that just hit my homie's truck, hit and run. That cop was cool. She was like, oh, I'm fucking on it. Threw the lights on, took code, pulled his ass over, got him for DWI.
He was probably happy that you got him out of Central for a little bit.
Oh, no. They were cool cops. There were some cool homies because they came and was like, hey, were you the fucking guy that... Then we started talking about powerlifting and fucking... they were cool dudes. But I took this fucking video.
I'm pleased to find out about this. I haven't smoked this strain. It doesn't smell.
No, it smells.
It's not horrible, though.
I love the smell of cannabis, bro.
Oh, same, but it's not like... terrible.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get into a point where you can start smelling different, and smelling and tasting different, like terpenes and cannabinoids and things like that. And that's when it gets really exciting, because this one is really sweet. It's a really
maybe that's why it's not as
it's a really sweet. You got like cheesy gas. Like this one's like a real more citrus kind of smell, which is really nice. It's a good plant. Let's see how it looks actually. Before I show you this fucking video. For those of you that don't know, I'm a bit of cannabis snob myself. Let's see. Whoop. Oh, that's some good looking bud. It smells good. It's automatic trimmed, I could tell. But that's totally fine. You know? No, that's good shit. HDR got good stuff, man. Yeah, dude. Just waste all your shit, put it on your fucking table. But let me show you this video. So I took this video just for fucking like for witness at court so I could submit it to the cops and just so I have evidence because I'm a fucking narc. And he hit my boy's truck. That pissed me off. Yeah, and he started talking shit.
I told you, man. Take a video. Dude, you just hit this guy's truck, bro. What's your fucking problem, dude? This fucking guy, Toby, this fucking guy just hit your truck, bro. Oh, yeah, which one you want, this fucking guy, dude. Look at you, you're so fucking tough. Get out, hit me, motherfucker. I'm fucking out, dumbass. You fucking dumb fuck. I'll kick the shit out of you, fucking pussy. You fucking asshole. Fuck you.
Yeah, I got so pissed.
Gee, I'd be pissed too. Hey, let me see real quick.
Yeah, here you go.
I want to rewind so I could look at his face.
Oh yeah, no, he's fucking pie-eyed like you wouldn't believe, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I remember the defense attorney for the guy called.
Oh, he is.
Oh my god,
dude, he is.
Dude,
plastered.
I called in for this one. They called me for the court case on this, and I was more than happy to testify because fuck that dude. Fucking Mr. Tough Guy over here, bro. But like the attorney was like, "How could you tell he was drunk?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't fucking like give him a breathalyzer test. I don't have that kind of equipment." But I was like, "But I'm in a band. I've worked in the restaurant industry. I'm in my 20s myself. I know when someone's fucking drunk."
Well, I mean, man, I'm trying to get on the right frame.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure the fucking cops that pulled him over with the breathalyzer test that tested his fucking alcohol levels got it. Yeah, look at this fucking dude. I wish the fucking people could see this guy, bro. But he's just squinted like he don't know where the fuck he's at, bro. He didn't get out the car, though. Soft. He didn't make my evening.
Get out the car and do it, or get out and do it. I am out. I
was like, I am out, you fucking dumbass. Like, what are you doing? Get out the fucking car. And I'm like, I'm already out.
Dude. I was downtown with AJ and a couple of out-of-town comics that had came and done a show here. Mm-hmm. And we went, I think we were walking to, we ended up going to Anodyne, and I'm walking with AJ and his chick back to their car. Mm-hmm. All right, to both of our cars. We parked right across from Launchpad, mm-hmm. and we just hear like some yelling. And you know how there's like, so there's the parking lot, and then there's the little tiny building, like that's right next to it.
Yes.
So there's this homeless guy, fucking. I want to say he was naked.
Nice.
Maybe he was wearing like tan shorts.
The naked homeless are the best ones.
But yeah, he's on top of the building, yelling at this like 20-year-old kid. He's like, "Fuck you, you fucking wrong." And the guy's like, "What do you fucking want from me?" And they're like yelling back and forth. What do you want from me? And so the homeless guy gets like a medium-sized rock, like a not a huge thing, but like a medium-sized rock, and throws it at the guy in the 20s, but he misses. He misses. So then,
oh no,
the guy in his 20s grabs a broken piece of cinder block. Or no, sorry, concrete.
Oh,
There's
no.
this broken piece of concrete because you know there's like the barrier for the
I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's a broken piece of it, and it's cement, so it looks like stalactites coming out of the. He grabs this broken piece of like this sizable thing. He doesn't he can't throw it, so he like shot puts it up.
No!
Hits the homeless dude right in the head.
Oh, did the homeless dude fall down?
No, he stayed in the building.
that
Well, it
would've
knocked
been
him down.
Okay,
like it
but not
knocked
off
him
the building.
But not off
if
the
he
building.
fell off the building, that's comedy.
Yeah.
That's pure comedy. That's fucking
Well,
hilarious.
the cops roll up. The cops roll up, and all they see is the kid in his 20s hit the guy. So they're like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Like, what is going on?
Yeah, they pull up, they park, they see it happen, and the guy gets out of his unit, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck is your problem?" And he gets the guy in handcuffs.
He's the hero.
And right. And he goes, "I was defending myself.
He was.
And he goes, "From what?" Because there's nobody around.
Oh, did you see this though?
Yeah. We're watching this happen, and he was like, "From what?" And right on cue, the homeless guy. Like the Undertaker comes, stands up.
Shit!
Stands up and he goes, "He hit me in the fucking head. He hit me in the fucking head, the fucking piece of shit." And he grabs a thing and tries to throw it at the guy. So it almost hits the cop and it turns into this whole thing. And the cops just get confused. They manage to get the homeless guy down and they like have him sitting on the curb. But there's a moment where they step away from the both of them and the guy in his 20s wasn't handcuffed anymore. And me and AJ are looking at each other like, this all takes place.
Run.
Yeah. This all takes place over like 5 minutes. And we're like, why is he not running?
Take off.
So the cops come back over and he just talks to him. They finally let him go and they arrest the homeless guy.
Well, honestly, yeah, you shouldn't take off if you're not guilty, though, you know?
They weren't going to do anything about it.
Nah.
No. Especially after like when you see videos of, I'm sure you saw it like 3 months ago where those people were shooting at each other on
They're playing laser tag with rear bullets, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, in front of the cops.
Fucking crazy.
And they did nothing.
They don't give a shit.
Dude, I don't know. I don't like going downtown anymore. Like I like Anodyne because I like shooting pool.
Anodyne's dope. Sister's dope. The venues downtown,
The venues are sick if you're in them.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand. Like bar hopping in Albuquerque is like a sport you would see in the Coliseum 500 years ago.
That's a crazy fucking analogy. I don't know, dude. That's a crazy comparison.
You know what I mean? Like when instead of dodging lions, you're dodging crackheads.
Yeah. But like,
you see what I mean?
well, the thing is like the advantage. Oh, not something. It can be an advantage. It's an advantage. Being a big dude, it helps.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Who am I kidding? I'm like, I'm trying to play the defense, but I'm like, that's not real.
It's just, no, because it's just annoying because people will look at you funny for no reason.
Oh, and then they'll start shooting. Well, they're not going to start shooting you, but they're going to start shit.
They'll
start shit. I remember. God damn, it's so bad.
People go down there looking for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, yeah. So I remember recently. It just happened to a couple of homies of Nicole's and mine, Ashley and Nikandra. They were out at the bars late last night. We went downtown. Me and Nicole left. We left early. They wanted to stay out. They went to go drink. And it's getting late. It's around 1:30 o'clock. Like 1:30 o'clock. 1:30 o'clock in the morning. But
brought to you by High Desert Relief Weed.
Yeah. True. But
they're down there at 1 o'clock in the morning.
They're down there at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they're with their homie. And he's not a threat to anybody. He's like the nicest dude, super sweet, just like wants to meet people. Like a nice guy. Doesn't even look like a threat, you know?
Yeah.
And he's piss drunk. Like, I mean, fucked up. And he accidentally just bumps into a dude. Just bumps into a guy.
That's all.
And that dude beat the shit out of him, beat his ass, and then his friend started beating his ass. And then, like, he's trying, like, they're running away. They're like, hey, we don't fucking, like, we're good. We're just going to go. We're going home. Like, we're done. And then they pull out a gun and start shooting at him.
At the girls?
Yeah, all of them. Dude.
What the
crazy. That happened a couple months ago. I may be butchering the story a little bit or maybe over-exaggerating, but all I know, dude got his ass beat by a group of dudes, gun was drawn, and got shot at.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That is That's wild.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, that's why I only really go to shows downtown and I don't hang around long after.
No, you shouldn't.
The only time I ever go down, I used to go downtown anyway, was to go to Anaheim, but during the weekday. Because in the weekday, it's calm.
Yeah.
There's maybe 30 people.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just hang out. And
I don't know why, but like when it's like not that many people, it freaks me out more.
I like it.
When it's a little bit more quiet.
I like it.
I don't like it. It freaks me out because I can hear everything.
I like that too.
I don't.
Because the music, well, I mean, it's not like you could hear everything, but whenever I've gone, the music's still playing and it's loud enough to where, like, I don't know. I like it when it's not
eerie.
Fucking riot.
Oh, it's eerie, though.
I hate it when it's like a bunch of people.
I hate both of them.
I'm waiting 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get a Budweiser.
Like, yeah, okay, that's fair.
No.
I don't know. Empty Albuquerque's just as scary as full Albuquerque to me, bro. I don't know why, man. It's just eerie down there for me. And that's sad because, I hear my parents talk about what it was like in like the 90s and the 80s and even early 2000s. Downtown Albuquerque was where you wanted to be. It was like the hub. It was a party town, like no violence, like, well, occasional bar fight, of course, but that's fucking anywhere you go when you got alcohol and testosterone. You know? But no one's killing each other out there. The homeless population wasn't insane. They don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm not even going to get into theoretical politics or even factual politics.
Well, I just wish I knew more about the local politics and the actual like policies that we have here from at least Bill Richardson's. That's as long as I've been alive. I would like to know more about all that so I could at least understand when that comes up in conversation. I could add something to that. Where it's like, well, because this happened.
It's all public record. Policy's public record.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't have the time to sit down and look at that. But just, I mean, because you grew up here too. Just there were never homeless people like this when we were kids.
No. And when it really started to get bad in like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Because I was over in Taylor Ranch all the time. And there was, and Taylor Ranch has developed, like, the Coors and Montano area, the west side of Albuquerque, has developed like crazy, But I was there when it was a fucking barren wasteland. You had houses, and then the Dion's, a gas station, and then the Bosque.
Yeah.
And there was no homeless. There was, like, virtually no crime. And then, like, a couple months ago, the fucking SWAT team, some dude was running from the cops, barricaded himself in my neighbor's house. Not my neighbor's, but my parents, their neighbor's house, directly across the street from him. SWAT team came in. He, like, locked himself in the attic. It was a standoff for, like, so many hours. I'm like, this never used to happen. Like, and then the homeless are on every corner. Like, and let me tell you something about Albuquerque homeless and where I've noticed the differentiation about homeless people throughout the country. Albuquerque homeless are fucking violent.
They're vicious, dude.
Vicious.
They're vicious.
You can't feel bad for them because they're fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's people that are down on people like, oh, but they're just down on their luck and blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. Dude, the people, like, the homeless in Albuquerque have ruined homeless for me, like, forever,
like,
bro.
listen, that situation does exist.
Yeah. Of course it does. Of course. But the bad apple.
Here's the thing, though. I stopped giving a fuck about that when you pull a knife on me.
Yeah, facts.
I suddenly stopped caring.
When I see you fucking trying to break into, like, at a fucking red light, break a young girl's window down with a rock because she didn't give you a fucking $1.
Yeah.
That's where I've, like...
Yeah, I suddenly stopped caring about socioeconomic circumstance.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's true. People are down on their luck. It's hard. I mean, mental health crisis is a real thing. I understand. I get it. But growing up around it and being around it my entire life and seeing
gets so much
horrible
worse.
things. I mean, my dad's had a fucking full wine bottle broken upside of his head. My mom's been kicked. Like, the homeless dude beat her ass and dragged her out of the restaurant by her fucking ponytail. Like,
what the fuck?
No, it's fucked up shit. That shit wouldn't happen again. I'll tell you that much right now. Even in my mom's old age. Oh my god.
God, you saw that one time. You're like, I have to take Tren now.
Yeah. No, I need chocolate milk and steak and eggs. But no, dude, it's just hard to. I don't know if the right word's compartmentalize. I don't think that's the right word. I'm not a fucking literary genius, but like it's hard to sympathize, I guess, with a mass population when you've seen so much bad come from it. But that's a terrible thing to say.
No,
because you could say that about any
group.
That's
a real thing, and that's something that people don't like. what I don't like about when it comes to, because obviously America is not as racist as the media wants you to believe. We're not as hateful as people want you to believe, but I don't like that when it comes to race issues or religious issues or just differences in who you are as a person. I don't like that the fact that this is a part of our nature and a part of our DNA, that's never brought up into the conversation. And I've heard some people say like, oh, well, yeah, of course it's not in the conversation because it should be inherent that you're a good person. It's okay, but if that were the case for everybody, we wouldn't be having this conversation to begin with.
Yeah.
We'd be having fucking, we'd be having mimosas on the fucking beach or whatever.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be in conflict with each other.
Yeah.
But because of, again, just tribal issues, because not that long ago, that's what we were. We either lived in tribes that had various types of slavery, or we lived under monarchs or dictators that had various types of slavery. There always has been the other, like us and them, like that type of stuff. That's always gonna be a thing. And yeah, so it's not a bad thing to say, like, because you've experienced so many negative instances with a group of people, you now become not disdain, but you're like, if you see somebody with certain qualities, it's like saying, okay, so is everybody with face tattoos bad or a gang member? No, of course not. They've become a lot more popular these days, whatever. But if we are all being honest with each other, if we are at a gas station at 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the morning, or you're at, like I go to Love's a lot on 6th, right? If I'm guaranteed to get Subway there, so I'm like, maybe
I fucking love Love's.
Yeah, like maybe I'll go there, or if I want to get a drink or whatever, right? I know that
I love truck stops. I love a good truck stop.
Yeah, that place will always be open.
Yeah.
Now, if you're there, again, late hours of the night, early hours of the morning, getting something, and you see somebody walk in that has a ton of face tattoos and not the friendliest look on their face, would you be stupid to not be hyper aware of what that person's about to do?
It's just situational awareness.
It's situational awareness. It's pattern recognition.
Yeah.
Now, if you saw a guy walk in a business suit, the first thing you would think is, why the fuck are you wearing a business suit at 12 o'clock in the morning? He's from the mob. But you're not going to immediately think, oh, he might rob the place.
Right.
Or he might pull out a gun.
Right.
But that's just,
it's based off optics, and that comes from judgment too.
Yeah, that's patterns. That's pattern recognition of being in Albuquerque. I don't think that's. I just don't like that. That's not in the conversations anymore. Where it's like, hey, we're naturally tribalistic. This whole that's why America used to be called the Great Experiment.
Yeah.
Was like, okay, well, what if a bunch of people who wanted the same thing came together and said, you know what we enjoy about life, everyone should enjoy that about life.
Yeah, man, that's fucking real.
Like that was like
it makes sense, right?
It was like 250 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So the fact it's lasted as long as it has, not too. I mean, it's quickly on the decline, but just like our president. But it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Did you see that he called Trump his vice president yesterday?
No way.
Or the day before?
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now.
So NATO had a conference or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he was there giving a speech.
Yeah.
And he goes, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump if she wasn't the most qualified for the job. And people were like, what? And then before that, he had said that the president of Ukraine was Putin. And
I saw that one.
And that's a real issue, too.
I saw that one. I saw that and I was like, man, like, that's gotta be like almost as bad as like calling out the wrong name during sex. Makes me, like,
real,
yeah.
That's a
you know what?
issue.
Well, you know what makes me suspicious about everything though? I keep my head down with politics because at the end of the day, I can't do anything about it.
Right.
But what makes me suspicious is that it just seems like fucking reality TV.
Yeah.
It just seems planned, or like staged. It doesn't seem. If you're telling me like this is the best we got. These two dudes are the best we got. Like, it seems like reality TV because it gets the most attention, the most likes, it's a huge conversation, especially it's an election year.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't seem, it seems fucking fake.
If I were to chalk this up to anything, I don't know what to call it now, but at least up until COVID, I would say that it's a bunch of people they, again, are humans in a system that is not as well regulated as we think it is. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a lot of people, because maybe this is due to like youthful ignorance, but I remember growing up and even getting into my 20s, it was, yeah, you know, there are issues. Every country has its issues. America's still the best. And even when things go wrong, our government still got it. They can still fix it, hopefully. We can still figure it out. Then COVID came along, and I was like, oh, God, this is really bad. And then we started learning about the real stuff behind the war on terror that used to be fringe or conspiratorial. And it's like, oh, God, that's real. So then it's like, no, I think this is a lot of people. There are evil people that exist. Just like there's, but that's also on the same scale of there's evil plumbers. There's evil electricians. There's evil doctors. There's evil physical therapists.
Dude, as long as the devil's around, brother, there's always going to be evil.
Exactly. But I think it was a system built of a lot of people that were like, yeah, our system's got it. We'll be okay. I'll pass it off to the next person. And just not a lot of things. They're like Band-Aid solutions. Yeah. Again, because putting aside greed and envy and lust for power, I just think there's a lot of like Band-Aid solutions. What can I do to get reelected? What can I do to keep my job, to keep my pension? It's all a game.
It's really
exactly. But I don't know what to think now, because now that no, seriously, because I was having this conversation on the podcast last week.
Yeah.
Earlier this week. Here's where the Democrats are at now, if you really think about it, because if you watch how the liberal media talks about Biden post-debate, it's like, oh, we didn't, now we have to start considering his mental ability, his mental thing. And they're acting as if this is new information when the rest of everyone else is like, hey, we've been watching this happen for at least, if we're being nice, a year and a half.
Right.
We've been watching this.
It's not new news.
But exactly. But they have to act like it is. Okay. They have to act like, having these conversations is something new. Yeah. It's something novel about Biden, right? Yeah. So then it's like, okay, you guys are even having the conversation. So now you have two options, but at the end of the road for each option, you're still a liar. So the first option is you guys.
Fucking true.
It's like the liberal media and the DNC. So
I don't even know what the DNC is.
The Democratic Party.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the Democratic Party, right? So it's, okay, you guys, because they obviously work together. Yeah. It's very simple. Just like the RNC, the Republican Party, works with, like they're in conjunction with Fox News and shit. It's very obvious.
Okay.
Like, I don't think anyone can really question that. But the first option is they keep Biden. Mm-hmm. And if they keep Biden, they have to say, well, he's on a decline, but he still has leadership, blah, 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 which is a bunch of fucking malarkey, right? And they could make up a bunch of bullshit around him. Like, they gave him just a lob of an interview with George Stephanopoulos, like, last week. It was 22 minutes long, and he fucked up the first question. The guy is not mentally there. Mm-hmm. Like, it's elder abuse. Like, the guy is not there. So they either keep running Biden and they maintain the lie, even though they're saying the exact opposite, exposes them even more as hypocrites. The second option is they replace Biden with a new person, but then they still have to admit that as much as they want to act like this is new information, they're basically saying, oh, yeah, he is mentally unfit, and all of you that thought that he hasn't been mentally unfit, has been mentally unfit for the last year and a half, you guys were all right too. We just ignored you because it eventually came true. You know what I mean? And then, quite frankly, I want to know, because in their right mind, they can't run Kamala. Kamala is bad. Mm-hmm. Like, she is bad for the Democratic Party. She's bad for this country, but and she's also just not a good person. Mm-hmm. She's just not a very good individual at all, and neither is Biden. Yeah, they deserve each other, and they deserve all the horrible things coming their way. Yeah, to include mental decline. But Kamala's not a good politician. At the end of the day, she could have the best policies in the world, but if she had her personality that she has right now, she's a horrible politician.
Okay, I know nothing about this shit.
Yeah, she's a horrible politician. She's crazy. I'm very stoned right now. So the highlights of her is there are multiple cases between, I want to say it's like the early 2000s to like the 2010s, of where she used to be, I think, a district attorney. I don't think she was an attorney general, but she's like a district attorney in California. Mm-hmm. And there were multiple cases where she was withholding DNA information that would have gotten prisoners off of death row.
Whoa.
And out of or either death row or just out of prison in general.
No shit.
So she's withheld information like that. She has some of the highest incarceration rates when it comes to nonviolent drug crimes, especially with marijuana.
Wow.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
And then when she was on the presidential trail or campaigning for president in the 2020 election, on her like own ticket or her own volition, she gets asked about, have you ever smoked marijuana? And she just laughs about it. And talk about personality, she has a horrible laugh. She has an absolutely demonic cackle. It's very terrible. And then like now that she's the vice president and they put her in front, she doesn't do interviews. Like they sent her overseas, I think collectively for like 2.5 years now, just to go deal with like these non-necessary like allies that we have, like not big picture, always in the news allies we have.
Sure.
Like she got sent overseas, and she's basically an Instagram puff piece for the White House and for the Democratic Party.
This is one thing. Here's the thing. I don't understand politics. I don't get into politics because I don't know what the fuck is going on. And what I mean by that is like, I can't believe anything. I can't trust anybody. Like
it's humans being humans.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, my thing is my what's keeping me sane is not giving a fuck. You know, I'm like, I care about my music, I care about my family, I care about my friends, I care about the gym. Done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at the point to where it's just like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna fucking happen. What am I gonna do?
Unfortunately,
why am I gonna get anxious? Why am I gonna get like concerned about what's going on? I believe that this shit's all rigged anyway. Like, it's just, I feel like it's a fucking reality TV show. So I'm just like, I don't care about like who's doing what. Like, they're all fucking liars to me. Everyone's a liar. I don't trust any word. I don't know who to trust.
Well, you know how you know
I don't know how to get information properly.
Well, you know how most of them are liars? Like how you can tell? Because the people you would think that should be running for office don't.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Ooh,
it's like it's most of the people that are in government right now are not good people. Like they're not the people. Like if you were to see them on a lineup, or you could pick them out, and you're like, hey, I don't want you fucking Mitt Romney. I don't want you Kamala Harris or I'm rocketed right now. What's her name? Our fucking governor, Lujan Grisham.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want her anymore. But it's also like specifically here in New Mexico, the Republicans in New Mexico can't really complain about what we have right now, especially after this last election. They can't complain because only 33% of registered Republicans voted.
Do you think like the votes though actually count?
I think to say that
I just think it's all horse shit.
Yeah, to think that any election,
it's a terrible thing to say.
Is well, I wouldn't say terrible. I would say expletive. Here's why I say that, right?
Okay.
So to say that any election in America doesn't have a little fuckery, that's not true.
Yeah, but it's
but there is fuckery. But I think the reason why I think voting still does matter is there are so many levels, and that's why people have an issue with it being digitalized. Is because you're taking out manpower and you're leaving it to machines, and it's like, okay, who's running the machines? Who funds the companies that run the machines? Where do the companies get their money from? And what other countries are these machines being used? Let me finish. So what other countries are these voting machines being used in? And have we had any hand in overthrowing governments in those countries? And that last part has definitely happened.
See, what you're telling me is that there's too much factored in for me to give a shit.
No, not at all.
Like, it's here's what because like what you just told me is that okay. So this happens. You got to take in consideration this. You have to take in consideration that. I'm like, when is it? No, why can't you just count a fucking dude's vote?
Exactly. No, I say all of that just because, well, due to population size.
No, yeah, of course.
But the reason I just bring all that up is because that's why people are afraid of digital machines.
Okay,
right? They're worried about that.
That's
right?
fair.
So the more digitalized version, but I think that voting still matters, and I think that our system still can work because there are so many people in the process of, and this is one of the only optimistic parts of me, I guess, if I were to have to look at this through an optimistic lens, there are so many people between Nick Mourning casting his vote, vote being collected for whoever you voted for. There are so many people in those steps that if something's going wrong, you would think someone says something.
Yeah, and it's discouraging, though, because as Americans, we have the right and opportunity to actually have our voices heard, or that's at least what we're told. And I just feel like that's not the fucking case, especially when it comes to, like, elections. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like I'm at the point. It was like, hey, whatever happens. I'm always gonna roll with the punches as long as I got my music, family, gym, like those things. I'm sharing.
And like we were talking about a little bit earlier about people like quiet quitting, people like zoning out at their jobs. Not really
that's one of them. I'm definitely right there with politics.
Right? It's like so people become apathetic to politics, and it's easy to get upset about an issue, easy to get about whatever. But then it's like, well, do you vote? And like, oh, it doesn't change anything anyway. Yeah. When it's like, well, dude, you unfortunately with this, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like,
exactly.
Not saying that you are.
No, that's
but these other people.
That's perfect.
But these other people are like, oh, we shouldn't be doing this, or we shouldn't be funding this, or there's too many issues with this. I'm like, oh, okay, well, have you like? I'm not a big write your congressman guy, but it's like, have you voted? Like, have you like looked into
like,
and
that's very
stuff
fair.
Like that?
That's so fair.
No, well, unfortunately. Now you have to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No, that's so true. That's true.
Like, now you're
can
actually
bitch and moan, but you're not doing anything.
Yeah. Now you're like if you just want to complain, go complain in your house alone.
Yeah.
Like go complain elsewhere. I don't care about. That's what I don't care about.
Yeah.
Is the complaining without like, well, are you voting? Are you like, changing? Not changing things, but like, are you like?
Yeah. What are you doing to actually like make a difference?
And then you talk about what information is reliable. I would say. And this is just because it's entertaining for people that don't care about politics. If there's anybody you should be listening to online, what I've found is the most moderate individual that has common sense is this guy named Dave Smith. Have you ever heard of Legion of Skanks?
It's the comedy shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Louis J. Gomez, Big J. Ogerson, and Dave Smith.
Okay.
So Dave Smith is a stand-up comedian, very funny stand-up comedian. It's part of Legion of Skanks.
Okay.
But he also is a big member of the Libertarian Party. And there's a section of the Libertarian Party called the Mises Caucus. I don't know what that means. I just know. I don't know what that means. I just know that he's the leader of that.
Okay.
One of the leaders of that. And he has a really great podcast. And he basically takes a major headline and breaks it down on why this matters and like what this means and what's funny about it.
Yeah.
It's very good. I listen to him for a lot of stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just there are people that can kind of break it down for the common man like you and I, where it's like, okay, why is this important? Where's the hypocrisy? What does this connect to?
Yeah.
Why does it matter? That type of shit.
No, I think it's important to like educate yourself and things like that. I don't like the people they're uneducated about a topic and still speak on it. Just like everybody should be frustrated with that. I get it, but it's like, I don't know. When it comes specifically to politics. And this is just the way I feel, you give me shit for it. Like, don't agree, disagree, whatever you want, but just me being real about it. I have other shit to worry about.
Yeah.
That's
real shit.
But I mean, and then people are like, it affects you directly. Correct. Yes. Someone else, like, creating policy and enforcing that policy has direct effect on me. I get it. What am I going to do?
Well, it's also like, you know what else has direct effect on me? The relationship, like for you, right? Your relationship with Nicole. Your relationship with the rest of the guys in the band, the relationship with your family. That also directs you directly, and it does it in a more immediate time frame. You know what I mean? If a shitty bill gets passed, it takes a little bit to really start fucking with your life.
Yes.
That's why it's like, oh, too little, too late. Bill's already passed, whatever.
Got it.
But I mean, if you just start treating Nicole like shit, it's going to take her about 30 seconds to be like, dude, hey, man, why are you being a prick?
Yeah, quicker than that, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, of course.
Your return on, the results of your actions is instant. Yeah. So I completely understand that. Nobody should ever lose, I'm not saying you are, obviously, but nobody should lose time or sleep or whatever on things that don't affect their lives to the point where it's now sacrificing real relationships they have.
Yeah, that's real.
Like these big scale like bullshit. Like, dude, as long as you've got a job, you're paying your bills, and there's food in your stomach most of the days, I think you're doing all right.
I'm just trying to be happy. I'm in that pursuit, bro. Like, on some real shit. I'm just trying to find what makes me fucking happy and stick to that.
Well, how do you define happiness?
I don't know. That's a fucking incredibly deep question.
Because I don't think you're supposed to.
Find happiness?
No, define it.
Yeah, I think it may be subjective.
Well, no, yes. Okay, yes. But I think happiness... Spending your life chasing a chemical reaction is not a good idea.
I'm not chasing it. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, I'm just so depressed, I just want to be happy. I'm just saying like, I like to do things that make me happy.
Right. Do things that
I'm going to do things that make me happy.
Do things that you enjoy for sure.
Yeah.
And the thing with your life is you have found yourself in a position where a lot of the things you enjoy are also challenging.
Yes.
So, and I think that those are the two most, like, I think you need something that fuels your brain, fuels your body, and fuels your spirit. And whenever you can find something that crosses at least two of those boxes at once, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Crossing all three is like a gold mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
So like you have that with your music. I'm starting to find that with stand-up. I have loved that with I found that with podcasting. Because I found it with all of that. But I think just chasing, because I think there's a difference between being happy and being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Like for instance, right? For instance, I don't think it's far off to say this, but I think at one point you and Nicole are going to get married.
Mm-hmm.
You're not always,
I agree with that.
You're not always going to be happy with each other.
No.
But the idea is you're still going to be fulfilled with each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, is that a good comparison?
Yeah, and that's an excellent comparison.
You know what I mean?
And that's kind of just what bases down like the predetermined, like the my basic definition of what love is. Not just like with humans or anything like that, but what you do with what you love. With comedy, you love comedy. With podcasts, you love podcasts. There's some hard fucking times in those areas, you know, like you just specified earlier, especially with comedy. There's shit you don't want to fucking do. It may make you miserable at times, but you have to fucking do it because you love it. You know what I mean? And you could say that that's just love. And what I don't like about the modern definition of love is it's based off of a feeling. Love is a commitment to something or someone, in my opinion, right? So if I love you, or if I love somebody, or if I love something that I'm doing...
Okay,
no, we're fine.
We'll wrap up in like 10, 15.
Nah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
It's all good. It's easy. Easy show tonight. We'll be good.
Cool.
Anyway, but yeah, what I was saying about that is people think love is a feeling, but love is not just a feeling. It's a commitment to someone or something. That means through the bad times, through the hard times, through the shit that makes you want to pull your fucking hair out. Being committed to your love is what gets you through those difficult times. You know what I'm saying? You can put that in perspective with any relationship that you have or anything that you do that you love. It's never peaches and cream. And everybody knows in life, it's not always going to be just like fucking you're on top of Mount Everest. You know, you're going to have some low points. I've had some incredibly low points in my life. You know, it's finding a way to stay committed to what you love. That's the most important part of the definition of love itself, is getting through that shit. Getting through all the fucking ruckus to make sure at the end you're still enjoying what you're doing or who you're with.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think it's like an equation based on like a ratio where it's like, okay, some days I have to put in like 10% effort into this. I'm going to get like 90% good return on it. But then some days where it's like I need to put 90% work with 10% happiness coming out of it. Mm. But if you're hitting more often than not that you're getting more happiness, or you're getting more fulfillment, rather, more fulfillment, that's at least equivalent to the work you're putting in, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
You're doing, I think you're doing all right.
Yeah. And then like, if I put it into terms that I understand, like the band, for example, it's a perfect example of, there's times where I guarantee you everybody's just like said, fuck this, like, let's just quit. You know, it's not because like things aren't happening. It's just because we're frustrated with each other, like with the band, like internally, you know, and it's the love and the drive for what we do and for each other that keeps us going, you know, and you know, losing Zach, that hurt, you know, but it was I completely understand where he was coming from. What people don't understand about Zach leaving the band was that the band was tearing him up, man. He's got one of the most mentally taxing jobs on the face of the planet. He was not spending any time with his now fiance. Congratulations. That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, big congrats to those
Huge
two.
Congrats. He wasn't spending any time with her because she's a first responder too. He was going to school to become an EMT. Like, he loves music and he loved playing it and he loved us and he still does and things like that. It was just, it's too much, man, for the poor guy. You know, there's time he'd come into practice and, you know, we'd see that he's not all there. It's because he got off a 48-hour shift and people are like, oh, firefighters have it so fucking easy. They got 2 days on and like 4 days off. Like, you don't understand though. For those 2 days, it can be fucking hell on earth for you.
Yeah, it could be really easy.
Yeah.
I mean, homie, obviously he's a firefighter too.
Yeah. But then there's other times you got to see kids dying and shit.
No, he comes back from work and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go in my room for a bit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Not going to ask.
And I don't blame Zach. I love him to death, man. You know, and he's on his way to finding what makes him truly happy, you know, and he's going to start his own family. I'm so excited for him in that. And we can't hold anything against him for that. You know, he's all the musical talent in the world. He fit in with the band, like, you know, perfectly. But it was sacrificing his mental health because it got too rough, man. And I understand. Like, no one held it against him, like, over him, or, you know, we didn't, not understand. It's just, it was hard. It was hard for him. And, you know, for him to be man enough to tell us to our faces, like, I fucking envy coming here now, or not envy, I fucking dread coming here now because his mental health was just on the decline because of how hard he was working, how little time he was spending with his support group, and it turned into a job.
Yeah.
You know? And then honestly, at times I'm not at times. It's a full-time job. Being in the slums of Harvard is another full-time job.
But it should be one full of like passion and love for what you're doing. And when you started losing that more than you're gaining it. Yeah,
exactly. And you can't blame the guy. You know, we've all been there.
What is the next year or so look for you guys?
Phase 3, dude. I don't want to speak too much on it, bro, but we got a lot of shit in the works. We're really trying to play bigger names, like bigger shows, obviously, but we're probably going to go through a little bit of a rebrand too. You know, we're switching gears from. Oh, I'm gonna spoil it. Oh no, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do it yet.
You're
it's
good,
like,
dude.
But all you need to know about the Slums is we're not fucking going anywhere, and we're gonna continue to just grow and keep getting better. You know, and keep playing live music, writing more music, putting more songs out. This year was a very heavy focus on our writing. Instead of, because last year we were playing so many shows last year. Like it was two shows a month minimum. You know, what it was, and
which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was fucking.
It's a lot of work.
It was a grind, bro. But this year we definitely we switched gears. We're like, you know what? We're gonna take a step back from shows, just so we can kind of improve on our writing, because we want to get better at that, you know, and honestly, it's super fucking enjoyable. So we got a lot of new music in the works right now. We're in the studio. I think next weekend we're recording somewhere around like 6 songs. You know, we got a lot in our arsenal right now. We're going to have a lot of music coming out here soon, and it's going to be a little bit different. You know, it's going to be a little bit different.
Well, cool,
and I'm
man.
fucking excited about that.
I mean,
shit.
I'm excited for you guys. I like seeing you guys play. I mean, obviously, we're all friends and shit, but you guys are actually talented.
Thank you, man.
So, you know, it's dope as fuck seeing you guys get better and better and better.
Man. It's been a journey, bro. You know,
it's a lot of
it's
fun.
Been a fucking journey, but it's been a fun one. It's been challenging. It's tough, but we're not slowing down. You know.
Do you guys have a new date for a new song yet, or no?
No.
Okay,
we haven't even put them down yet.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. Where can everyone find your music?
Yeah.
You guys on social media?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find us on all major streaming platforms: YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. You know, find us on Instagram, Facebook, Slums of Harvard. That's where you'll find us. Follow us. We have, you know, that's where you can find our shows, when our releases are coming out, and just some goofy content and things like that. Yeah, give us a follow. Come to a show. We'd love to see you guys out there. It's a lot of fucking fun.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you want to have some fun, come out to a Slum show. We'll party, all right?
Well, Nick, you're the shit.
Dude, no, don't give me that. That's all you,
Thank
bro.
you, dude.
Thanks for having me, man.
Looking forward to this.
Me too. We can do it again.
We will. I'm not going to let as much time pass from the last one to this one.
Good.
So maybe this again, dude.
All right, buddy.
Love you
man.
to death.
Love you, bro.
Right. Thank you for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.